Yeah. Ghost, we make him fly like a ghost. If he want talk on the game, the heater gon' turn into toast. If he pull out and we spliffed on, he was just doing a distance. Promise we ain't gon' miss him. His soul gon' fly when we lift him. Bye, good riddance. Why is this harm her feelings? To the top on a mission. I got a shot, take it with precision. You ain't up if you ain't down to get it. Fuck your bob if you ain't vibing with us. No, no, no. Bye, bye, bye. Clock him out. He ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. You ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. Headshot, knock him out. Ah, get him. Bye, good riddance. Sorry I had to do this. Sorry I'm being a nuisance. I just gotta get it. Hi, I'm Mary Jeans on my Louis V for the belt. 2 G's for the belt. Know the heater gon' make him out. Promise the heater gon' make him out. OD niggas know me. I just move along with the hand I throw.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Hi JJ, how are you, manita?
I'm good. Oh, you know what? I don't even need these. You hear me, right?
Yes, I hear you. You look beautiful. As I said before we started, I love that braid.
Thank
You
you.
look so beautiful, so beautiful. I know you guys can probably see JJ is on camera. JJ's dealing with a lot right now. So that's so weird. When I turn on my camera, you guys are gonna, I swear to God, me and JJ did not talk beforehand. We did not plan it.
No, we haven't talked in like a couple.
I am wearing a Boricua shirt too.
Oh, Boricua.
That is great. We did not plan it. I swear, guys, we did not know.
Yes.
Yes, this is a guy in Brooklyn that he has his own shop. He designs his own shirts. So this is like a guayabera, like a mock style guayabera type t-shirt. So, but I just had to say that because I saw you had the Boricua shirt on. So sorry. I'm turning off my camera so I can say hello to everybody real quick. And yes, I don't have no makeup. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It's Wednesday. Hi, Celia Wald. How are you, my New York sister, my sweetie pie? Hey, BB from VA, another one of my sweetie pies. JJ, of course, is a sweetie pie. Hey, Vera, my sweetie pie. Corn's mom. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? Grace Case. How you doing, sweetie? Cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay, who else? Who else? Oh, Wanda Steves. Hey, sweetie pie. Hey, Kara. How are you, sweetie? I just have to say that for all my members, got to give them their shout outs. Hey, Steven Crisco, my sweetie. Caddy, hey, Chula, my sweetie pie. Caddy just became a grandmother again. She just had a little granddaughter. She's so beautiful, so cute.
Oh, she
And if you guys could just keep Caddy in your prayers, I'm not going to go into her business, but one of her grandbabies is beautiful, and just send Caddy and her family positive vibes and all these so that the baby recovers quickly. Again, I'm not going to put his business out there, but he's a beautiful little boy and we just want to send him vibes. Hey, Sebastian, how are you, my chocolate? Hey, chocolate. Hey, KCG. Hey, Kira, my sweetie pie. Hi, Teresa, another sweetie. All right. Hey, Breezy girl. How are you, sweetie? Oh, my sweeties are in the house. Yeah. I said hi to my Wanda Steves, right? Just making sure. Hey, Wells Rose, another sweetie pie. Okay, sorry. Hey, Jolly Rancher, another one of my sweeties. All right, let me make sure nobody else is here. Nobody else. Yes, they are. Patty Brunner, my girl, my sweetie. Hey, Tina, Greek mom, how you doing, sweetie pie? All right, I think I got everybody. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you to all my members. I appreciate you guys. Guys, in my community tab, hey, Pamela Barr, my girl, how you doing, mama? You're so welcome, Caddy. We love you, and you are in our prayers and our thoughts.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I haven't really been communicating with my girls. I've been very busy, but you're in my thoughts and my prayers always. Also, I put in my community tab. I couldn't copy the link for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I was having before the live, I kept trying to copy a subscriber's Amazon link to pin it in the chat, and for some reason it wouldn't let me. It was acting weird. I was able to put it in my community tab yesterday, so maybe I have to do it from my phone. I don't know, but I have my community tab up, and it has the sorry, excuse me, the Christmas Amazon wish list for the subscriber. We are keeping the subscriber anonymous just because people don't like me and I don't want anybody to take it out on the subscriber. Keep it on me. You don't like me. This subscriber didn't ask for anything. I asked them to do this Amazon wish list because they're having a hard time for Christmas.
Mhm.
And so please keep all the hate, just keep it coming my way. Don't direct it towards the subscriber. It's just a subscriber that's having a hard time during Christmas. Nobody's obligated to help. I will try to figure out how to get the link. Maybe if I could grab my phone and try to put it in the chat. You already know I'm technically challenged. So JJ, um, before I start, I'm gonna prime my eyelids and do makeup while we speak. JJ has had a tragedy. Um, her husband's best friend lost a family member, and
Mm-mm.
so
Mine,
JJ,
not my husband's, my best friend.
oh, your best friend,
Mhm.
his sister,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
okay, sorry. I thought it was okay. So your best friend, sorry. I
Hmm.
almost said his name by accident. I gotta be careful.
It's okay.
Yes.
He
So
wouldn't. He
JJ
wouldn't.
wants to talk about that, and I just want her to know that they have my condolences. The family has my condolences, of course. You, JJ, have my condolences.
Thank you.
Um, and I'm so sorry. And BB from VA, okay, I'm gonna try to do it right now to put it in here because I know some people can't see my community tab from their iPad, and I want everyone to be able to see it. Also, hey Bliss Chris, my sweetie pie. Um, oh BB, BB loves honey tea. Thank you. My son did tell me that I got two packages from you for my birthday, so thank you for that. I'm
Yay.
keeping them all. Yes, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. Remember, we will be celebrating my birthday on my birthday, December 20th. So we'll do all of that. But okay. So okay, JJ, let me turn on my let me get my phone and then I'll
Okay.
turn on my camera. Go ahead, JJ. Just getting my phone.
Okay. So, my best friend since I was, I don't know, probably 14 or 15 years old. When I met him, he moved to Florida and he became my friend. And there was never, ever anything more, even though we're like tight, like super tight. He's the
Right.
one, I mean, I've mentioned him many times on this channel. He's the one that will go, hours to get me, bring a cousin, bring a neighbor, whoever he got to get to drive my car back. Or if I
Yeah.
was ever in trouble, this is the person that is like, it don't matter. Like, I need a body buried. He's going to do it and shut his mouth. I mean, that's just the way he is.
Mhm. Yeah.
And his whole family has become our family. Well, his sister Maria has been suffering for a while with alcoholism.
Right.
Um, she's only 39 years old. That's it. She has three
Wow.
kids, and she was bad, really bad. And she would get sober for a while,
Yeah.
and you have to be sober for 6 months to be put on a liver transplant list.
Yes.
And she would get there. She did like 7 months sober, 8 months sober, and then, relapse. And this last time, and I look at this as a cautionary tale. You have to listen to the professionals. They know what's going to work for you and what's not.
Right.
And Mia went in there because she was separated from her husband. She met a guy in rehab like 3 weeks ago. And the
Oops.
staff caught them kissing.
Right.
So the both of them were thrown out of rehab. They're like,
Oh,
you
wow.
can't do that. You're breaking the rules. And because they tell you so when you're sober, looking for sobriety, to not get in new relationships, not to do any of that. You're supposed to be focusing on yourself.
Right.
And she was doing that for a while. She was doing really well. We were so proud of her. And then yesterday, um, my best friend called me and he told me that she went to sleep and didn't wake up. She just didn't like
Oh my
regain
gosh.
consciousness. She didn't like, her heart didn't stop or anything like that, but she didn't regain consciousness, and her organs, all of them, were failing. And so yesterday she passed away. He went to say his goodbyes. I wasn't able to. She was in ICU. They only let like select few in there, but 39. You hear of people that are 70 years old that were hardcore alcoholics.
Yeah.
Seek help. If you need help, please do it. She's got kids. She's got 3 kids.
Oh my gosh.
And it's been just like, I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, Maria's like a little sister to me. We're family, vice versa. My whole family knows them. They know me. We go on vacations, all of us together. And to hear that, I was so proud of her because she was in rehab for 8 months, eight
Yeah.
months in rehab, and then left rehab with this dude. She was with the dude for 3 weeks and they relapsed. And she was no longer taking the medication that she needed to take, because that medication that was keeping her alive for her liver was also something that makes it so you can't feel the effects of alcohol. And
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so she stopped taking it. And when I've never, I mean, even 2 years ago, you hear jaundice, right? Like babies get
Yes.
jaundice, that kind of thing.
Jaundice. The
I
yellowing.
had,
Yes.
oh, the yellowing was unbelievable. There was no whites in her eyes. It was all yellow. Her belly was like distended, and she's tiny, and she
That's
almost looked
liver
pregnant.
disease. That's liver disease. Yes.
Yep, yep. She had liver disease really bad. And every time she would, get on the right foot and do well and be placed back on the liver transplant list, she would relapse and they would take her off. And it would have to start all over again for 6 months, because they're not going to give a healthy liver to somebody who is not going to take care
Who's
of it.
going to damage their liver all over again?
Yes, they will give it to somebody who is not in that situation. And
Yes.
that's exactly what happened. And to hear like she just went to sleep and never regained consciousness is insane. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What?
It's
She was
horrible.
doing so well. But
Yeah, that's horrible.
it's
I'm sorry
horrible.
to hear that,
It is. It's
JJ.
horrible. And I just hope and pray that anybody who is suffering goes and gets the help that they need and listens. The people are there. They're the
Thank you,
expert.
Amber Chick.
You're really not. You may be expert in using whatever using might be, whether it's alcohol or hard drugs or whatever. You think you're an expert in that, but
Yeah.
you're really not. You have to listen to the people. The reason they don't want you in a relationship is because then you're no longer focusing on yourself. And that
Yes.
proved to be true. And
Yes.
this is that cautionary tale. Like, wow, at 39 years old, not listening. She thought, I'm in love, after meeting the guy for like a month.
Yeah. No. No.
It's awful.
Thank you, Corn's mom. And hey, that Amber Chick. I have a friend waiting for a kidney. All I want for Christmas is for her to get a kidney. She's my age. It's so sad. Dialysis sounds so tough, but she does it 3 to 4 times a week. Bless her.
Yeah.
Um,
Dialysis.
yeah, and I hope she gets the kidney too. That Amber Chick. I sincerely hope that she does. And BBS, hepatitis C. So I can relate to this because my sister was dual diagnosed. My sister had, hi Dina, how are you, my sweetie pie?
You know,
And this whole live is a trigger warning. We're going to be talking about alcoholism, addiction, death, and the effects of addiction and all this other stuff.
And
And we may
hopefully
veer
at
off.
the end, I just want to interrupt you real quick. And hopefully,
Mhm.
after we're talking about these things, we can go, like, I'm shocked right now that I'm even able to say it and not like in hysterics.
Break down. Yeah.
Very, 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 this is like, when they say that people could like die of a broken heart, like it knocks the wind out of you. Like,
Yeah.
I
It
can't.
does. I can't even imagine. And again, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm
Think.
sorry for his loss, losing his sister.
Mhm.
Um, but my sister was dual diagnosed. My sister had HIV and hepatitis C, and this was before that treatment. The Harvoni came out, and now there's other treatments for hepatitis C. And my sister wasn't taking her HIV medication, which made it worse on her liver. It just all got worse. And my sister had liver failure, which shut down all her organs, and she wound up dying because of liver failure. And then, of course, kidney failure, and she passed away. And so I understand because I also have a cousin that has liver disease. She was a severe alcoholic, and she's much darker than me, but her skin didn't even look trigueña anymore. It looked yellow, and
Oh,
her eyes were all yellow, and that is an indication of severe liver disease. When the your eyes are yellow, your skin, the tint of your skin is yellow, and you have that big belly, what people call beer bellies. When
yeah.
you have advanced liver disease, you get that distended belly. And it's really, and that's why we say when we talk about it, it's very serious. Addiction is very, very serious, and people die. Hey, Kat, the U.S. Navy vet, how are you, beautiful girl?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I could drop the link for you, Mama. Hold on. Um, and I'm just so
For
sad.
who?
What, JJ?
Who are you dropping the link for?
For the
Oh,
membership.
oh, membership. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm so happy. Yeah, you're gonna become a member. I love the
Yeah,
member.
thank you. I appreciate
Honestly,
all the members.
Monday streams are my favorite to do because I feel like I'm able to speak freely without,
Yes, yes.
they're my favorite.
Without
And
having to see your
we're just
face
talking
plastered,
from,
right?
we're it's crazy.
Without having to see your face plastered everywhere, I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yes, my Sebastian. Are you a little ham? You like to be in the camera, huh, Poppy? No? No, no camera. You can lay down. Thank you, Kat.
I
He's a,
think that was the right link. I hope so. I hope so. Thank you, Kat. You don't have to thank me. I appreciate you. Okay,
yeah.
so let me start doing my makeup because yeah, know I right now I'm very sad. And I
Mhm.
feel bad because I didn't even see this until late this afternoon. I've been really busy. I haven't even really been catching up with my girls too much, and I feel bad. I've been MIA, but you know,
No,
doing
life happened. I mean, life happened. You can't always be like at people's beck and call or
I
no.
know, but I am so sorry that I
Thank you.
haven't really been there.
Thank you. I just, um, fuck addiction. I guess that's all I can say.
That's
I'm
right.
so angry. I'm so angry
I
because
understand.
she has these beautiful kids and they're smart.
How old are her kids?
Kids
Sorry.
are 14, 16, and 18.
Oh,
So, important ages. She started very young. It- she did. Maria led a different life than her brother. Her
hmm,
brother is my best friend ever. And
yeah,
there's never, and it's crazy because people always say, a man and a woman can't be best friends without there being something more involved. And
that's
we
not
have
true.
proven that wrong because since
Right.
we were kids, there's never been anything more. But That's my best. I can call him. I can tell him I did some really fucked up shit yesterday, and he's like, "All right, what I need to do? You know what I need
Right.
to cover it up." Like,
Right.
he's
Right.
that
We
person.
need to hide the body. Right.
Yes, he's that person to me. And he will tell me when when I'm being an ass, and he'll be honest and try to fight a battle if I'm not the one in the wrong. He's, got his fists up and ready to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and his dad died, and his dad was very, very close to him. It was only him,
Oh,
his dad, and his sister, and his dad died 2 years ago, and now his sister. So
yeah. I'm
I'm
so
just
sorry.
like,
That's horrible.
it's heartbreaking. We hear a lot about the harder drugs, and I don't see a lot of people talk about alcoholism. And alcohol
Yeah.
is a drug. That's what
And
it is.
it's just as dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous, dangerous. Like I've heard of people being able to withdraw from like opiates
Yeah.
um, by themselves without seeking help.
Yeah.
But alcohol, you can't do that.
No.
Alcohol, you can't. You'll die.
You could have a seizure. Yes. You could have a
Yes.
seizure.
They have to wean you off. That is a very specific drug that you can't just do it by yourself. And especially what she was doing. She was
Right.
um she was drinking a bottle of vodka every day for 20 years.
Whoa.
Every day. Yeah. They her kids never knew their mother sober. And
That
that
makes me sad.
yeah,
That makes me extremely sad.
yeah. It's hard. It's very hard.
Sorry. Thank you for becoming a member, Kat. Thank you so much for becoming a canceled show, Sweetie Pie. Guys, I'm gonna have JJ just going over the comments while I do my eyes
Yeah,
because
I can
I'm
go.
sorry. I don't want to not pay attention to anybody or see any important comments.
Yeah, like Jolly Rancher and drinking for so long, you can't stop. No, you can't. It will. She would have died. She would have died
Yeah,
long ago. But
yeah,
she was in and out of the hospital, and the doctor kept telling her, like, if you drink again, you are going to die. It is that severe. And I don't know. I don't know. I guess her pain was too much for her to
yeah.
bear. It was. And what's amazing is shocking to me because his brother died of opiates probably
Right.
8 or 9 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
opiate overdose, and now
Right.
his sister of alcoholism. However, my friend has never had a substance abuse issue, doesn't
That's
even like weed, nothing. He'll have like a rum and coke when
right.
we go out and we're on vacation, those kind of things, but he's never became that addict like that. So how does
Mm-hmm.
that happen? How does it happen in families? Well, some are, and then some are just so lucky that that's not their cross to bear. How does that happen?
I don't know, but I know that I have a lot of brothers, and me and my sister. My sister was the oldest, and then came me, and then came all my brothers. And me and my sister were addicts. My sister became an addict very young, 11 years old. May she rest in peace. And I became addicted in my 20s, 21. And my brothers really, well, one of my brothers, but he was in the service and he suffered trauma. He was deployed twice. And so he drank a lot when he came home,
Mhm.
but he stopped drinking. He has a beautiful family. He owns a beautiful home. He stopped drinking. And so I don't know, just some people, I guess it's about coping. When you have parents that are addicts, of course you're predisposed. There's a predisposition to becoming an addict, and not only a drug addict, but gambling, sex, anything in excess that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And I think it's about realizing that, getting therapy, talking to somebody, coping, learning to cope. I keep saying that, and I can't stress that enough, how important that is to learn to cope.
Yeah, I think that that's a
Thank
big
you, Great
deal. You
Taste.
know, I think
Sebastian,
she
give Mama more kisses than usual tonight. That was a message for you, JJ.
always gives
Hi,
me too many
Code.
kisses. I'm like, Do you think I want to be wet right now?" Like, he,
Right. Nice to see you, Code. Thank you for being here.
yeah, yeah. Well, she says,
Mhm.
JJ, she must have been hiding a lot of pain and likely a lot from herself that she couldn't
Yes,
face and self-medicating a broken leg with a band-aid. Yeah,
that
yeah,
definitely happened.
that's exactly it. You know, her mother died of somewhat similar circumstances when they were young. His
Oh,
dad had custody, and oh my God, when Mikey's dad ever saw, like, whenever I'd be around him, it was like I was his daughter too, you know.
oh,
And he died all of a sudden, you know, only 61, I think he was 61, 2 years ago.
wow.
And now to see of alcoholism losing Maria is just, it
Yeah,
makes
that's
me mad.
devastating. That's
You know?
devastating. I'm sorry.
It just makes me so
It
mad.
does make you angry. It does make you angry. Like I was angry too when I lost my sister. Hey, Melanie B. Hi, Sweetie Pie. Hi, Ambulance Girl. I always want to call her Ambulance Kelly. Sorry. Hey, Ambulance Girl. How are you, Mama? I remember. Hey, Yaya. Hey, what the hell? That picture, girl, she caught me off guard. Sorry. Sorry, that picture caught me off guard. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah, and
Oh,
her avatar,
I'm
she cracks me
serious.
up.
That shit caught me off guard. But I remember being very angry when my sister passed away. I felt she was very young. She was 42, and I felt I was angry at myself. Um, I was angry at her for not taking her medication. I was angry at myself for not being more persistent and like making her take her medication because I knew better. I went to school and I couldn't even get my sister to adhere to her medication. So I was really angry at myself for a long time. Um, but you can't force somebody.
You
You know what
can't.
I mean?
And he said the same thing, you know, and what's
Hey,
really
Sis John.
sad and what was like,
I'm sorry, JJ. I'm so sorry.
you know, what was so hard is that the last time he spoke to her, he was yelling at her because, like, to the point that his wife had to take the kids. He's got, you know, two little kids. He's got an older one, my son's age, and then he has little ones. You know, they waited a
Right,
long time in between. You know, they have three
right.
sons, and I know him, and I know the way his temper could be. You know, he was
Yeah,
100% Italian, and he just boom. You know, like, you light a match, and
yeah.
you know you'll see him like explode. And he did with her. He was mad. He was mad that she got kicked out of rehab because she met this dude, and I guess she thought they were going to have some life together, you know, not taking her medicine and
Yeah,
drinking still. And nope. And the guy waited 7 hours before calling 911. She was unresponsive.
wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know this guy. We have no idea who this guy is.
Oh
With
God,
the same man for many, many years, you know, her husband. And I guess a year ago, they decided to get a divorce, split, whatever. And
that upsets me.
yeah,
That upsets.
and
That
then she
just triggered
met
me.
this
That just
dude.
triggered me.
She
That
met,
just triggered me because maybe, I'm not gonna say that because that's not what you need to hear right now. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back. Okay, sorry.
no, no, no,
Continue.
no. Believe me, I've been through it all. Like, if she never met this guy, if she whatever, she'd probably be in the rehab, still doing well. And it happened a few times, you know, it happened a few times. Even during the pandemic, she was doing like AA courses on Zoom, or meetings, whatever they're called, on Zoom. And she
Yeah.
was doing very well with it. And she was still yellow, but you can see that she was more energetic.
Mm-hmm. And you
But
said she was on the list for transplant,
yeah,
right?
she was, she
Had she
was
not gotten kicked out of
every
the rehab,
got sober every time, and it's been for a few years now that she would get sober for an amount of months, and you're like, okay, you're on the path, you're doing so
Yeah.
good, and everybody's giving her praise. But then leaving the rehab with some dude, move in with him, and then you don't wake up. And he said he tried to wake her up in the morning. She was unresponsive. So he just thought he'd let her sleep some more and kept checking her and was still unresponsive, and then called the police and or the 911, for emergency. And they did. They checked to see if she had any other drugs in her system, and she didn't. It was alcohol. So
Yeah, that's just devastating because, and sometimes people are afraid. Sometimes people are afraid. Like when my mother passed away, they didn't call the ambulance, they didn't call the police, they waited, and because I think they had drugs in the house, and they were more afraid of the cops coming and finding the drugs. And if, I'm not even going to repeat what I was going to say. My mother fought her demons, okay? But my mother was an amazing woman, and my mother died alone. My mother died reaching for her oxygen, and these people didn't call an ambulance because of their own selfish reasons, or they wanted to stash whatever they had to hide. Had they not waited half an hour, had they come out and given my mother her oxygen, had they done so, I understand thinking that, because that's something that I have to deal with every day,
right.
and but sadly we have to realize that addiction takes lives, JJ. Sadly, it takes lives, and the people that are left behind are the ones that are left with the coulda, woulda, shouldas. You know what I mean? But we can't make people get clean. We can't make people stay clean. We can't, sadly, you know?
It's just, it makes me so freaking angry. Like, why? Why do these things exist? Why do drugs exist? Why does alcohol exist? Why do any of these things exist?
I know, JJ. And I'm sorry. I don't even feel like this is appropriate, me doing makeup right now. This is really not appropriate. I'm
You're
not gonna
fine.
I
No, do your makeup. I know
no, no
life
way. I'm
goes
not gonna
on.
do this.
And I know I have to deal with it.
That's not appropriate. I'm gonna just listen, guys. I will do makeup another day. I'm not gonna do makeup right now. I just feel it's highly inappropriate. I'm doing makeup and JJ's pouring her heart out like that's not a thing. So I hope you guys can forgive me. What we'll do is Friday, while we talk, I will do makeup. I will do an eye look on Friday if you want, or I can do it on Saturday. I'll reschedule just to do
I'm okay.
makeup.
I'm okay. You can do it. I'm
No,
okay. But
no, no,
yeah,
no. I'm good.
like,
I'm good. I'm not doing that.
why am
Hi,
I?
Micah. How are you, Micah?
For what? What am I going to put makeup on for? Since yesterday.
Micah said my husband got a liver transplant. So scary. My sister was on the waiting list for a liver as well, and she didn't make it to get that transplant, sadly. So, but I'm glad that your husband got a transplant, and then after getting a transplant, you don't want the body to reject it. So I'm glad that he's doing well, Micah. It's very scary, you know. Sorry, I just want to read some comments. Sorry. Welsh says there's only so much anyone can do. Sometimes the pain they're hiding is too much, but there's no more pain now, and that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. The
There's
except
some
the people left
thoughts.
behind bear the pain. You know what I mean?
She's, you know, their family as well. They're Catholic, and they
Right.
that they'll see her again. It's just awful.
Yeah, it is awful, and I'm sorry, JJ. I'm so sorry.
Thank
It's
you.
all new. This just happened, guys. Um, this just happened, and JJ, you found out last night, right, JJ?
Yeah, you know, me and my best friend, we know each other, Mikey. We know each other so well, and I know if he's calling at a certain time of the day, it's not going to be good news,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what happened. And when I saw him calling me, I just had a feeling that that's what it
Yeah.
was out because she had left, and he now has to deal with the fact that the last time he spoke to her was yelling at her like he wanted her to get better.
I understand that, JJ, because the last I didn't get to speak to my mother because I was angry at my mother for relapsing. I was so angry at my mother that my mother died with me not talking to her. So I can understand how he feels. Like I feel that in my gut, like because I wasn't talking to my mother, because I
Yeah,
was just so angry. Like, Ma, like what are you doing? Like, and she said that the drugs help the pain. And I'm not an advocate for drugs, guys. You know, I'm in recovery. I take my recovery. But when my mother, well, okay, my mother couldn't walk. She couldn't breathe. She had oxygen 24/7, and she could hardly walk. And my mother coughed all day, all night, right? And there was one time when I came home from work, my mother was staying with me, and I came home from work because my mother had just had surgery. My mother had just had open heart surgery. And so I didn't want her to stay at her apartment, so she was staying with me. And I come home from work, and she's up and she's washing dishes and she's doing all this stuff. And I look at her and I already know. I'm like, Ma, you got high? Like, what? And she's like, it helps me. And I did see that she went from not being able to walk. She had a scooter that she needed, a wheelchair, and she was able to walk and do things. But that is not, and it makes me sad that it
yeah,
was drugs that helped her be mobile and be, you know what I mean? But I
it's,
was angry at her. I was, and I,
it is. It's angering. Like you just want them to stop. Like,
yeah,
you're not only like destroying yourself, you hurt people that love you.
yeah. I'm so sorry, JJ. I don't know what to say to comfort you right now.
Oh, you don't have to say anything. She's gone now, and it's like it makes me want to like go in action. What do I do? Do I open a rehab? Like,
Right.
how do I help
Just
other
educating,
people that
JJ.
are
Right now you're helping others. Right now you're hurting, you're grieving. This just happened, and
yeah,
it was so important for you to come and tell her story. And I think that that's the important thing. You have to tell her story so that it can be a cautionary tale for others. Sadly, that's what we can do. The legacy that my sister, my mother, that Mike's sister leaves behind is that we have to help. We have to stop. Get help. If you're fighting with addiction, please, please talk to somebody. Seek help. It takes lives. It destroys lives.
and you're not weak. If
I feel
help, you're not. You're a strong person. Like Maria didn't even want counseling. She didn't want rehab. It's only been a couple years that she's been willing to do rehab and do Zoom meetings, like AA Zoom meetings when the
yeah,
pandemic was going on. So it's only been a couple years that she decided to get sober, but she was so sick already and needed a liver desperately.
yeah.
It was obvious, like her whole Billy Rubens, like in the
Yes,
liver
yes,
were
yeah,
an issue. And I mean, even my kids were like, the hell, what happened to Titi Maria? Like, how does she get like a normal, beautiful girl? I mean, she was
yeah,
stunning, absolutely beautiful, turn into somebody that almost has very thinning hair, yellow. Like,
yes,
she was just, you can tell she wasn't healthy and she was dying.
yeah.
And you just hope that if they go to rehab that they're going to get better, and she was, but she met some dude and that was the end of it. It took 3 weeks from her
And
meeting.
that's why it's so important, JJ. That's why they say, that's why they monitor people very, they try to monitor people very closely in detoxes and rehabs, because they know that getting in a relationship, a lot of people leave. They'll leave and they'll relapse, and it's very serious because you need to focus. You need time to get to know yourself. You're vulnerable. You're extremely vulnerable. So codependency is a big thing. You feel lonely. You feel it's like you're exposed to everything. and
Yeah.
it's very dangerous to get in a relationship. And what Micah said here is so important. I advocated for legislation in Pennsylvania for people to not get in trouble if they call for an overdose and they have drugs on them. It's called the Good Samaritan law for
Oh,
this
I love
exact
that.
reason.
I love
And
that.
I think I've shared this, but it was months and months ago, so my new subscribers may not know. I had a friend that was a colleague. He was a substance abuse counselor, who was in recovery. He's passed away now. His name was Stuart. He was an amazing man. And one time he was in what is called or referred to as a shooting gallery. It is a place where a lot of people go where you can buy drugs and stay there and use the drugs. And he was in one of those places. It was in a building. This was in New York. And he took a shot of H and OD'd.
Oh,
And the people that were there thought he died, so they threw him out the window. They threw him out the window from the third floor. And what saved him was a whole bunch of trash in the back. They threw him out the window in the back of the building, and there was so much trash that he landed on the trash.
oh wow.
But when he woke up 2 days later, and when he woke up, all of trigger warning, all the ends of his fingers were gone. The rats had eaten all of his fingertips.
Oh my God.
The rats had eaten all of his fingertips, and when he woke up, all of his fingertips were gone. He's just lucky they didn't go for his eyeballs or anything else. Again, trigger warning, guys. And so I think it's so important that people don't get in trouble if somebody overdoses, because when you're in active addiction, that's your fear. You're going to
Right.
get arrested for trying to get help for somebody else. You're going to end up in jail. You're going to go through withdrawals. That they're not going to do it. So if there is a law in place to protect people from getting arrested or get all this stuff if they call, I think that that is an amazingly important thing. And I'm so glad that you were part of that and you advocated for that, Micah, because I can't stress enough how important that is
Yeah.
for people to feel safe to call if somebody else overdoses, because it saves lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like
I
these
think that's
things
an
make
important
me
thing.
want to, you know, it
And
sounds
Bliss,
like it's a thing that is only other people, right? Like it's removed from you, addiction, but it's
yeah,
really not. It's
no,
it could be
no,
anybody. You know,
it could be
Maria
anybody.
is beautiful. Like her house was gorgeous. You know, she had three beautiful kids.
Yeah,
There's just no reason in the world that I could think of other than a pain, demons that are, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Like I even told Mike, I'm like, she probably, her brain was probably drowning in alcohol. She didn't know what she was saying to you. She didn't know what she was doing. She
she
just
didn't. She didn't.
she didn't. And it's sad because there's no like do-overs, you know?
There isn't. There
Once a
isn't.
person's gone, they're gone
Yeah,
and you don't get to do it over. You don't get to like the what ifs don't matter anymore.
yeah. You're left with all those unanswered questions, those that guilt, and that is so so sad. And I hope that Mike um forgives himself and realizes that he he did the best he could, and he has to let that guilt go. I
Yeah.
know his sister wouldn't want him to carry that, just like my mother
No,
wouldn't
she would
want me to
never.
carry that.
She
Right,
would never. I mean, they were like that, and
right.
throw me in there, and we're like that. It was
Yeah,
crazy. We knew each other since we were kids. I mean,
yeah,
Mikey has been there for the birth of both of my kids. The
yeah,
first one, Dylan, he was behind the curtain, like, and he was
yeah.
mad at the doctor that I was screaming. He thought the doctor was hurting me in some way.
Right.
He's like, "What's going
So
on? You're
sweet.
hurting
It's so
her.
sweet.
I'm about to, like he's crazy like that. He'll be like, I'll fuck you up."
I wanted to read Bliss Chris's. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm way behind on the comments,
No,
but I
no, no.
wanted
I'm
to read
sorry.
this.
I'm sorry. Me
No,
too.
no, don't you say sorry. No, don't you dare, JJ. I just wanted to read this because I thought it was important. Bliss Chris said, I relate to that so much, JJ. The people my BFF was with left her in an abandoned house downtown Baltimore when they realized she OD'd because they didn't want to get in trouble. And I
Yeah.
know Bliss Chris, and I'm so sorry that that happened. That happens a lot.
Mhm.
And that's why I think it's important that people like Micah exist and people that want to make change so that people's lives are not lost, and yeah, I
I
hope
want
you
to make
try the
change.
EXO, hey, EXO Serenity, sorry.
I want
I
to make change. I want to, I don't know. What do I do? Do I open a rehab? Do I,
yeah, listen, if that's what you want to do, I ain't gonna tell you not to. What the
I
hell?
know, me and my
Thank
husband,
you, Patty Brunner. Yeah, I just don't feel it's right to be messing with makeup. It just
no,
feels
but you
icky.
can do your makeup. It's all right.
No,
I mean, I'm not
why
wearing
you're
black,
crying? I'm over here like, play with
I'm
makeup.
not like
My best
gorgeous,
friend is upset
but
and
if I
grieving, and
did
I'm like,
like makeup, I knew it'd be all like running down my face because I
yeah, I
don't
know. I
look
know. You
good
look beautiful
facial.
without makeup, JJ. Hi, Mama T, my sweetie pie. You look
Hey,
really
Mama
beautiful,
T.
JJ. And
Hey, Yaya.
I'm just glad that you
Hey,
were
Max.
able to come here and people, thank you guys, and let people see you raw, because this is not a side that well, I do, but that people see of JJ. They always think of this hard ass. And she's grieving right now. And like I said, I'm reiterating it. It was so important for her to come and share Maria's story. Um, and made me sad because she DM'd me and she was like, Cindy, do you think I could talk about this, or I'll do it on my own channel? I'm like, Gigi, are you crazy? You can talk about anything you want to talk about. You're grieving. I'm supposed to be like, no, JJ, I want, and you never have to ask me that, JJ. All you have to say is, Cindy, listen, can we go? Let's go live right now. You never have, that's not a question. The
Well,
same way you're here for me, I'm there for you no matter what. I don't care, right, wrong, or indifferent. I don't care if you were gonna come here and curse people out. It is what it is. Like that is what it is. That is what it is. I want you to know that.
I love that, Yaya. She says, JJ sober living question mark. I'll disclose my info in DM. I feel like I need to do something.
Yeah.
Uh
You can, JJ, there's so much you can do. Micah, thank you for the super chat. JJ, I have lost so many people to addiction. It's so painful. Sending you so much love. Thank you for that, Micah. Thank you so much.
it is painful. It just seems so unfair. It's like how do
Oh, Bliss Chris, I'm sorry. She said, I don't typically get emotional, but this just got to me right now. Sending love to JJ and everyone in chat who
sorry.
has lost someone to
I'm
addiction.
so
Thank
sorry.
you, Bliss
I
Chris.
don't mean
No,
to hurt people.
she can feel you. Going over the steps today with my Zoom class. I'm so happy. Good. Yeah, yeah, that's important. And JJ, like I said, there's so much you can do. You know, you already work a lot, but there's a lot that you could do. I was volunteering and stuff, but you already work a lot, long hours. But there is a lot you can do. Like we can try to help find out in Florida if these laws, like you do have the Baker's Act where people can be forced into
Yes,
rehab, which is a good thing because New York doesn't have that.
right.
Um, and that saves lives as well. You know what I mean? Family members can do it, police officers can do it, but what I think is important is that family can do that as well. Even though I know that there's always ways that people can abuse that, but it's very important because in New York, you don't have that ability. You can't intervene and try to save someone's life, a family member's life. And I think that those things are important to work at that level.
Yeah,
Like the Good Samaritan law is essential for people to live, you know?
it's just God damn, man. Like the demon of addiction must be so strong that you put
Yeah,
it over your children, your entire life. You
it is, JJ. I'm telling you, I've suffered from it. And Kat says, but there is no across the line. Like there's no one size fits all with addiction. For every patient has different reasons, different pain levels, etc. Sorry, excuse me. The problem is their inability to care for each individual and the fear a patient has to go forward. And I think that that's the thing. This is why it's important to talk to somebody. Don't carry that burden on your own because that's what leads to people drinking, to using drugs. You want to medicate, you want to numb, you don't want to feel, even if
yeah,
it's for an hour or two. Talking to somebody, therapy, a counselor, support groups, anything is so important. Talking to somebody, because I know that's helped me so much. That's how I learned who I was and I learned what my triggers were. Going to groups and talking it out and relapse prevention groups and all these other things, bereavement, grief, all these things, parenting, a lot of things. Being a parent can be stressful for people where it starts off casually. You have a glass of wine, he's so cute. You have a glass of wine after work or after a stressful day when you put your kids to bed, and then that becomes your coping mechanism. And now instead of one glass of wine, you're having a few glasses, and then it's a bottle of wine, and that's
Yeah.
how addiction creeps up on you. And people that may not be poor or financially strapped or whatever, it creeps up on them even more because they don't think that they're in those risk groups for addiction. And addiction can happen to any and everyone. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, I'm so learning that, I've never really understood addiction
So cute.
at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
But and even though I'm not an addict, I feel like in the last couple of years I've learned so much, so much. I mean,
Mm.
and I've said many times, my dad, he didn't die an alcoholic, but he was sober for, quite a few years. As soon as I told him I was having my son, he decided he wanted to do better for his grandkids than he did
Yeah,
for his kids. And I was grateful for that.
yeah,
I wouldn't have let him be around my kids otherwise,
right.
And he died, at 59 years old. And it just seems so fucking unfair. Like,
Yeah. And I
why?
get that.
Why do these things exist? Why do drugs exist? Why?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. Tina says, JJ, I'm a mom of an alcoholic son who has been sober 3 years. You sharing this will bless and potentially save others.
I
Thank you for
hope so.
sharing that, Tina. Thank
I
you.
hope so because it's just not fair. And if there's anything to come from it, I pray,
Yeah.
and I want
Yes.
to do
And
something about it. My husband knows too. And he told me
yeah.
whatever I want to do, he backs me 100%. And it's like, I want to help people that are just like Maria, in pain somehow internally.
Yeah.
And she just, Mike would always tell her, you need counseling. And it was before she even became an alcoholic. He would tell her she needs counseling. And
Yes.
she was like, no, that's for weak people, because that's kind of the old way people think.
Yeah, there's a stigma.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're crazy if you go to therapy and all this stuff. And that's the thing that we need education. That's why it's so important, JJ. That like what I keep saying. That's why we come here and we talk about addiction. That's why I've shared my story and I share about my mother, because that may help others. You know what I mean? It puts a face to real problems, real things that we go through, and people can relate and empathize and have compassion and understand it. And so I think that that's why it's so important that we continue to share about these things. We can educate and we could change the stigmas that people associate with addiction, that everybody that's addicted looks a certain way, and that, you have to be in a social economic status, in a certain, socioeconomic status to be an addict. And that's not true. And so
No,
we
it's
tear
not.
away at these
She lived
stigmas,
in a
you
house
know?
that was probably about a $400,000 house. She was, you know, she had everything
Yes.
she could ever want. But I
Yeah,
guess it was not enough to
it
fill the
wasn't.
void in her soul because she was looking for something to constantly numb that pain.
Yes,
And unfortunately, her three kids grew up seeing that and they were angry with her.
of
They were,
course.
were angry with her. The two oldest moved out very young because they wanted no part of what was going on with her.
Mm.
She wasn't a very nice drunk, you know,
Oh,
at all. She
yeah,
wasn't nice as a drunk, but
yes,
sober. I mean, she was the most awesome person
yes,
you could ever talk to. She's like her
yeah,
brother, and I love her brother beyond words, and her Mikey and my husband get along just like me and him do, which is amazing.
yeah. And I think that's great. That Amber Chick says it's important to talk about addiction, the good and the bad. People are told to keep quiet about it. Meanwhile, we are losing people. It's so heartbreaking. And I think that's the important thing. Like, You would think somebody like me that shared my recovery story, and I've been mocked, shamed, everything. Even my mother and JJ's father were mocked for their addictions,
Yes.
and her father has is
Yeah,
deceased.
just
Yeah, yeah, my mother's deceased, and I won't let that deter me. And JJ, look, JJ's here today to tell a story of this woman and let her legacy live on. And this just happened. It's important to keep having these conversations, no matter what people think. That shows their ignorance and their lack of empathy to see that people change and that addiction doesn't just happen to one sort of person. It
no.
can happen to any and everybody. I know rich people, not personally, but we see people, actors, billionaires that
Yeah.
succumb to addiction because
Right.
money doesn't make you happy. You know what I mean? So you can materialistically have everything in the world and still be so unhappy. Prince, Michael Jackson, all these people that had stupid money were
Yeah.
still so unhappy that they turned to drugs to deal with whatever they couldn't deal with. You know what I mean? And so, thank you. I think that that's a very important thing. Love you, Patty. And she probably left, but I have to get back to work. God bless you, JJ. I will say some extra prayers for you tonight. Love you. Love you so much, Patty.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate y'all being um so receptive to hearing, this story and what is impacting me. I've had friends before from like high school and stuff, and you hear about them through the grapevine, like so and so passed away, they OD'd or whatever. And it's like, oh my God, I knew that person since I was young, and that's
Yeah.
awful. But it's very different and it hits home when it's somebody that's family.
Yes, of
It's
course. Of course it does. Of course it
very
does. And it's it hits very different and you're feeling it right now and
I'm
you're
mad,
gonna grieve.
to be
I know
honest.
you're mad. I know you're mad.
Mad and I'm just mad and I'm just heartbroken. Like, why?
There's really no why, JJ. There's really isn't. Sadly, there really isn't. You know, it's just devastating. And this is what happens, and this is why it's so important, man. This is why I thank God every day that I'm in my recovery. Because I know one time,
You
JJ,
You better
one
never
time,
ever relapse because I'll kick your
no,
ass. Because I
no,
can't
that's not a thing. I don't. That's not how it. And that's why I say I learned how to cope. You know, when my sister died, I didn't relapse. When my mother passed away, I didn't relapse. That was like the biggest test. If I didn't relapse when my sister passed, if I didn't relapse when my mother passed, I could deal with anything. You know what I mean? Like that's just not how I deal with my problems anymore. It's really not. I never. It came to a point where I didn't enjoy it, and it destroyed my life, and it just destroyed who I was. So
yeah,
why would I do that to myself again? There was nothing good about it. You know what I mean? And I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. I don't want it in my life. And I'm good. But Corn's mom said she was given Narcan. Wait, she said when I went and got my hubs pain meds, they gave us 2 doses of Narcan. Is that what it's called? Yes, that's what it's called. And I guess that's in case
yeah.
there's an accidental overdose. They want you to be able to administer it to him in
I'm
case
glad
of
they're doing
accidental.
that.
I'm
Honestly,
glad they did that
if
too.
they're going to prescribe those things, I'm glad that they're at least giving something to counteract it. I,
Oh,
you know,
Mama T, I'm sorry. Be careful, Mama T. I wiped out on the deck on Saturday night and I fell on
no,
my shoulder and 2 fingers. I went to the hospital and it is badly bruised, so typing sucks. Listen, you shouldn't be typing, girl.
yeah, don't
You
be
need to be
typing.
typing with the heel.
You just relax.
Please,
You
girl.
don't need
Yes,
to
just
worry about it.
relax. Oh my God. Listen and be careful, Mama T. Please. Please be careful. It's very painful to have your body breaking down. I think I'm confused. Are you guys saying no pain meds for real need?
No, no,
No. No, 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 no. No, no,
no,
no, no.
definitely not. I'm not saying that at all. There are times
No,
that,
just be very careful and take it as prescribed and
right,
listen to your body.
right, as prescribed. And no pain doctor should be prescribing people 5 or 600 pills a month.
No,
Like that's
exactly.
absurd. That's
Yeah.
absurd. But people die from that, and they, you know,
And they become addicted and
they
then they
get
stop
addicted,
them.
and when they can't afford it and to fill
Yep.
prescriptions or whatever, then they're going to go to heroin, the
Thank
cheaper.
you. That happens so often.
Yep.
Somebody will become addicted to heroin or opiates because they were on pain management and then their doctor just said, okay, you don't need it anymore. And they were addicted. Even benzodiazepines, they give it to them and they stop giving it to them. And now they go through withdrawals and they can't afford these pills, $5 or $10 a piece. So they go to heroin, $10 a bag versus $5, $10 a pill. And this is what happens. And I think that that's another thing that doctors need to be educated about addiction as well. They coincide with each other. You know what I mean? They need, and you would think doctors, they should know, but a lot of doctors, um, I don't know about now, but I know when I was in my addiction, were very naive about how people could become addicted from being just prescribed pills and taking them as prescribed. They would assume that no, you were doing something else. And I know many people that went to opiates just from taking their medication as it was prescribed for them. So
Yeah.
that's
I
it.
mean, there is a difference between a physical
Our
dependence
bodies are
and
so common in
actual
the substance
addiction.
abuse.
There's a difference.
Comorbidities, yes, are so common within the substance abuse population. You're right. You're so right, Yaya. You're so right. Hey,
Yeah.
Megs, my beautiful Megs. How are you,
Next,
my sweetie
how are you
pie?
doing, girl? Telling everybody wash their ass. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
They
damn
need
it.
a
I was way
reminder.
back.
They need
I
a
was
reminder
way
to
back,
wash
guys.
their ass.
I'm sorry if I missed. Hey, BB, my BB loves honey tea. I don't think you were here, but BB, thank you. I got your 2 packages. I wanted to sneak and look, but I didn't. I just So my sons were like, BB loves honey tea. I was like, okay, just put them in there. But I did get your 2 packages, so thank you, BB. I appreciate that. I don't know if
Yes.
you were here earlier, so I wanted you to know
I
that I got
can't wait to your birthday stream. That's gonna be
Oh, and I don't know if I pinned, I'm sorry, I just got sidetracked. I pinned on the top of this chat the Amazon wish list for that subscriber. Again, nobody's obligated. This is a subscriber, and again, I reiterate, please don't attack this
yeah.
subscriber. They didn't ask for it. I asked them to do this list. They have a young daughter,
So
and
a
it's
six, a
hard.
6-year-old. She didn't
Yes,
put
a
things
6-year-old
on
little
there
girl.
for her herself, only for
Right.
baby.
And
So
and please, so don't attack her. Don't come at her. You want to come at me, but don't attack the subscriber, please. They have nothing to do with hatred for me. Keep it on selfie the grifter, yada yada yada. Please don't attack that subscriber. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. They're not scamming. They're not taking advantage of anybody. I asked them to do this Amazon wish list so that little girl can have a good Christmas. I remember what it was like when my sons were young, and I am so grateful for you guys for everything I've gotten for my birthday. It's an amazing thing, and I appreciate you guys. And if we can pay it forward to somebody else, so please don't attack that subscriber. You
yes,
know,
please, like
keep your hate
little
with me, man. Keep your hate with me.
random acts of kindness are amazing. Like
Yeah,
pay for somebody's, coffee in the Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts line. Just, you know,
yeah,
do
yeah.
whatever you can because you don't know what people are going through.
Yes, it's okay, Meg, to make us laugh.
Meg's
So
always
sweet.
makes me laugh. I
She's so
adore
sweet.
her so
if
much.
if there are any people here that are active addiction, please get testing kits for fentanyl. Just a tiny amount can kill you. It's in
Yeah.
so much now. Thank you, Micah.
Oh yes.
2 grains of like two salt, 2 grains of salt, excuse me, is enough fentanyl to kill an adult. So please, that's a great idea, Micah. Thank you so much. I think it's so important.
Yeah. It really is. It really,
I
really.
know, I know. That's what I was like. I don't know none of these rich ones. Shit, I wish. I wish. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry I was way behind. Dependency can organically occur within 14 days, but there's varying theories. Benzos are the devil. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Listen, benzos, I've said this so many times. I've seen so many of my clients come back months later and without an arm, without a leg. I've told you guys that they've fallen, they took a Xanax or they took a benzo and they go to get on the subway and they fall in the tracks. That happens so many times,
Oh my
so
God.
many times. And they would black out. They would take a Xanax because they would buy it in the street and because they were, like dope sick. And so they weren't able to get that. They were able to get a Xanax real quick or Clonopin or Clonidine or whatever the freak they take. And they took the pill and they blacked out. They don't remember. They wake up, their phone is gone, everything is gone. Sometimes they wake up in the hospital. It's benzos are the devil. Thank God I never messed with benzos. Thank God.
No,
But I
I
know people who have, and it's very, very dangerous and very, very scary, man.
I remember, when my dad died, the doctor prescribed me. It
Yeah,
was
we're
a
so true.
ridiculous amount too, because it was many years ago, like 100 Xanax, and I took one. That was it, and I'm
Yes.
like, oh my God, this thing is like, I felt knocked out. I'm like, but I can't feel, and I know that I need to get these emotions
Yeah.
out because I took it and I just felt sleepy
Thank
and kind
you.
of not with it. But I had kids that I needed to feel for and listen to them, and feel their pain so that way I can help.
Right.
So that,
Right.
okay.
Meg,
He's like,
stop it.
I'll climb all
Yes.
over you, mommy.
I know she's so cute. So Sebastian, you just look so beautiful, Sebastian.
Call him.
You
He
look
knows.
beautiful.
Call him.
Sebastian. Oh my goodness, why are you so
He's
cute? Why are you so cute? He's
like,
like, where's she
are
at?
you calling me?
Yeah, he's like, where's she at?
This
I woke Stormy up. Stormy came,
oh,
like, what are you calling? Oh
this
my God, Meg, you're too funny. Yeah, there's always gonna be grifting here, but
oh, yeah.
every year
Please,
or
I'm grifting too. I got a sad story. Send me money. I don't know.
right? Ooh. And no, and then I heard that they said that starting in January, people are not going to be able to put their Cash App or their
I heard
PayPal.
that. Yes, yes. They're not going to be able to do that. And I think,
Then
like,
take advantage now.
I know, right? Drop the cat.
Everybody, put your Cash Apps in your damn.
Yeah,
Run it
that's,
along the bottom of your thing. Get it now. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make JJ, trying to take her away from the subject.
yeah, no, no. I want to. I didn't even expect to be able to, talk about it for this long. Because
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of fuckery that makes me laugh
Good
going on
night,
in some of
Kira. Love
the
you. Yeah.
communities. I mean,
Yeah.
Jen Bailey, the fuck,
Girl. Oh
girl.
my girl. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Now that
oh,
you brought it up. Now that you brought it up. Post acute withdrawal syndrome. That's what PAWS stands for. Thank you, Yaya.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Um, okay, I have to say this, okay?
Okay.
So Jen Bailey, you already know how I feel about that one. But I think it's gross. She did something, she's always doing something. She was on a table talk thing with her friend D and Sly. You already know how I feel about all of that. But what I think is really disgusting of Jen Bailey is she put out all this. Okay, you don't know her. Yeah, yeah. Count your blessings.
Yeah.
This woman put out whenever she was mad at her boyfriend. We did a video on her. There's a live on my channel called Selfie Queen versus GB, SQC versus GB. That is Jen Bailey. She's called me stupid, all this stuff. She called me ugly, all this other stuff. So I've had a few words with her,
She's your
but
favorites. Rick,
she
did
um
I call
she
you stupid?
she called me stupid. She said I need to get an education. When I spoke about Sophie
Oh, hell no.
giving out wrong
Hell
information, she said I need to get an education. So she needs to yeah, anyway, okay. There was videos of her abusing her boyfriend, hitting him, verbally abusing him, belittling him, all this stuff. These videos, he recorded her, he gave them to a friend of hers that he was sexting, it all came out, right?
no.
2 years ago, she would be on Instagram Live and she would put out all this information about him. She said that he was a homosexual. She said that he's done inappropriate things around her children, just all these terrible things that you don't say about your boyfriend. You don't put this stuff on the internet. Um, who is this?
You see that? Like if I post, it shows as you.
Oh, I didn't know that was you.
Yes, me. I said thank
I
you
was
so
like, I'm
very
hacked.
much.
I was like, I'm hacked.
I don't know why. It shows that I'm you posting. How odd.
So why can't you put the damn comments up? If you're able to post as me, you should be able to put the damn
I don't
comments up.
know. I don't know. What do I do to put the comments up? I'm confused.
Click on them.
Okay. Clicking.
You
Clicking.
just removed it. Yeah, you can do it.
Oh, but it's still like I'm over here typing and then it shows
That's
your name.
weird.
I
That's
know it's weird.
weird.
It's
I
very
guess because I put you as, but you, that's weird, but okay, whatever. Okay, but at least now it's working. You're able to click on the comments. Now you should be able to join the stream all on your own. I shouldn't have to click you in, but sorry, Stephen was like, I was so confused. No, me too. I was seeing my name and I'm like, my hands are right here. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? JJ girl. I was like, what is happening? My hands are literally right here. How am I typing? I'm seeing my name. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Okay, all right. Sorry about that, guys. But so she put out all this terrible stuff about him, and then has been saying for years that other people accusing other people of saying this stuff. So her friend D pulled her card the other night. She was like,
Oh, I
listen,
loved every bit of it. Let me just
what? She held her feet to the fire.
hold her feet to the fire, and Jem was deflecting like a mofo.
Yes. So in pure Jen Bailey fashion, I know y'all cracking up. In pure Jen Bailey fashion, Jen decided to out some personal stuff that D told her that D has never put on YouTube. The difference is D was getting Jen to admit, so that they could put it behind them. Admit that you said this, Jen, apologize to Clint, and we can move on. And admit that these things that you said are not true, that he
Right,
never did this inappropriate stuff, that he's not a predator, all this stuff,
right.
so that his reputation or whatever. So she went, yeah, oh God, listen, Kat, you gotta watch it. It's on Jen's Enough is Enough, and
It's
it's the
bad.
last 15 minutes.
It's bad.
They start going in. You don't have to watch the rest. The last 15 minutes, watch. They start going in. It's crazy. It's the
She
Enough is Enough
curses
on
her
Jen
out.
Bailey.
And you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of D because
No,
I'm
me
all about
either.
the
No,
hype.
me
Like I'm a
either.
full supporter. However,
Yes, I'm not
D
a
was
fan of D either.
trying desperately to help
Yes,
Jen, and she
yes.
just it didn't matter. Like she didn't want to answer to her
She
own
didn't.
line.
She started screaming. She acted so. Dee said, "I want to talk to Clint. I want to talk to Clint." She was trying to let Clint know Jen has said this stuff about you. He wasn't aware of that. I'm leaving the room, and she kept coming back in. Leave my kids alone. She was at 100. Jen
That
was
was
at 100.
insane. Nobody
She
was
was
talking
at 100.
about your kids, bitch.
Nobody
Nobody.
was talking about her
You keep
kid.
talking about your
Right.
kids.
Yes.
You,
Yeah,
man,
she
you
talks.
talking
Hey,
about your
Vixie,
kids.
my girl crush. Hey, sweetie, how are you?
Yeah,
Okay, so
beautiful,
again,
beautiful.
I'm not a fan of Dee. Dee did that spotlight on cyberbullying. She catfished somebody. She pretended to be a black man. The
Yep,
avatar she uses right now, in my opinion, is blackface because the avatar is a dark skinned woman. You
right.
could use that same avatar, but with a white woman. I just think it's inappropriate. That is definitely a black woman in that avatar. It's just
Yeah,
it is a punch in the gut. It's not cute. So anyway,
right.
but Jen, to get back at D for D saying the truth, Jen goes and outs some personal stuff about DV in D's personal life that D
That
has
was
not spoken
so
about
long.
online.
Fuck
That is where I have an issue with that. She didn't say that online, and when you share stuff, I've had that done to me. Shared stuff with things I shared things with people I thought were my friends, and they come on YouTube and want to share it, and I never shared it. And that to me is grimy as hell. I've
Tell
shared
me
a
about
lot,
it, girl. I
right?
found out that they were looking, that they found me. They looked up my business. They looked up old photos. Like,
Yep, yep. They
It's
looked up old photos of JJ. They were deep diving
disgusting.
into her to dox her. Me, there's really nothing they can do because I already outed myself. What you gonna do? Show my mugshot from 22 years ago? Ooh, Mufasa. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um,
Right.
but I
Oh,
think that
oh,
that
and they said I like had a lot of plastic surgery to my face.
she didn't.
Hello, that was like 20 something years ago. Of course I look different. I've never had a
Yes.
surgery on my face. I even said
Yes.
if I were to have a surgery, it would be my nose, but
Yeah.
I can't do that because it's my family knows. I kind of like I got my dad's, my grandma's. Like I wouldn't want to change that because I would look like an entirely different person. And
Exactly. You would. You would change your whole features.
yeah, I don't
BB
want
and Cat. That video is actually the highlighted video. It's like when you click onto my page, it's the top video. I actually put that as like my video that you see whenever you come into my channel. The selfie queen. I was mad in that video because she was talking. So I was very petty in that live. JJ, you remember I was very petty in that live.
Oh yeah, and Kat says I saw that. I want to see Cindy versus Jen Bailey.
It's on.
Girl,
It's here. It's on my channel, sweetie. It's actually like when I'm telling you, when you click into my channel, it's like the first one. It has the thumbnail is a picture of me and a ventriloquist dummy as Jen Bailey. So it's on my channel if you want to see it. Yeah,
she's
you
crazy
saw
as
that.
fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to believe, and I'm not trying to shame her in no way because I
Ooh,
really
that's not
wish she
good.
would get help because she has kids, but there has to be. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It can't only be mental illness. It can't.
No.
Like there's
No.
more there. There has to be some sort of substance or substances, in my opinion.
And I don't say that lightly. I don't accuse
No,
people of
no.
substance abuse problems, but I also know the warning signs. I also know I know what to look for in the manic behavior and all of that.
Yeah,
And there seems
definitely.
to be more than just mental health issues. And I'm not diagnosing her. I don't know what she's going through mentally, but I know that it seems like more than that. Again, I've been accused of not being in recovery, and I am. So I don't throw that out there. I don't ever just say, "Oh, she on drugs. That's your brain on drugs." I don't do that. That's not my go-to. But there's people that legitimately I can see that something else is going on, and in my opinion, something else is going on.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yes, I did see her community post that she just put up. The one she just put up, right? Yeah, it's a lot of deflecting. She just needs to accept responsibility. She put out all those rumors about her boyfriend.
She
Nobody would have known
said
any of those things.
every
She
one of
said it.
them, nobody
She
would
said
have
it.
ever known any of these things, like, sitting in his car, playing with his little Willie or whatever while her daughter was not far away. Like, who the
Like
fuck
that's
does these
serious shit to
things?
say.
And
That's
Dee was
serious stuff
trying
to
to kind
say.
of hold her feet to the fire to say no, like these things didn't happen, but she didn't want to
Yep.
admit to Clint that she had told everybody that.
Because she was
She
so
did. She
she
told
was
him,
so good at blaming it on everybody else,
yeah,
JJ.
yeah.
Everybody, Jules said this about him. Everybody, Terry Lynn, everybody said this about Clint. And people have repeated things that Jen put out there. Jen
Uh-huh.
put these things out there. What the hell? Oh, I was like,
But
sorry.
she doesn't want to, I don't she doesn't want to acknowledge that at all.
No,
It's kind of like
she doesn't.
she kept deflecting, like going off on somebody. And I feel bad for Clint because she went online and told
Wait, he did? Wait, Vixie said, wait, Clint put the rubbing one off out to the public. What? He did, Vixie?
oh my God.
Listen, Linda.
I'm like, what?
Hey, Danny, guys, if you guys don't know,
Wait,
Danny got her place.
wait.
So congratulations, Danny, my sis, on getting your place. So in case nobody here knows, she got her place, and I'm so happy for her. I
Oh
am
my
sincerely
God. I'm so
happy for her.
happy. Love you, girl.
Beautiful.
Love you.
Yeah, we love you, and it couldn't have happened to a better person. Like you deserve
Exactly. Katie is
everything
one of the
you get
most
in life.
positive, like best people ever. You don't want to piss her off now. You don't want to piss her off.
Oh wow.
She's, I just love her. Love her. I love her
I do
spirit. I
too.
love
I
everything.
love Danny so much.
My
And
cat.
Vicky says, yes, he did on Lily's old podcast. Listen, they're a match made in hell then. They're a match made in hell. Listen.
The
And
both of them out
yes,
so much private information. And then apparently Dee's husband, Pierre, got arrested for,
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he got arrested for, nor do I care.
He
But
had a
Jen
warrant or
said,
something,
well,
and
you
yeah,
have
whatever.
to explain what happened with your husband. Bitch, nobody got to explain shit. Who are you?
They
Just
don't.
because
They
you
don't.
out everything about your boyfriend
Yes.
doesn't mean
And
everybody
that's
else needs
and
to.
that's the only thing I agree with Dee about. She doesn't have to share any of her private life that
Nope,
she has not put on YouTube. She
absolutely.
doesn't. And Jen does this. Jen is the master at trying to deflect. So she also put out, oh my God, guys, listen, may Natalie rest in peace, right? I don't know Natalie personally. I know that
Ugh,
she's friends. For
awful.
Jen to say that they, oh my God, faked her passing is disgusting. Is disgusting.
Pig, honestly.
And when Brooke came in there to ask Jen about it, Jen deflected. Why don't you ask Dee what she said about your daughter? Like, why don't you answer the question, Jen? Did
I,
you say that? Did you say that Brooke and this woman are pretending that she passed away? That is fucking gross. Gross. This is why I can't mess with Jen Bailey, bro. I can't. That lady, ay Dios mío, me
she
tiene
turns
loca
someone
ya.
like how she doesn't
You're
understand, I
right.
guess, the meaning of friendship. She doesn't. Like you
Okay,
told me things way back when, and I never ever whispered a word to anybody because
no,
that's
you
not
never
okay.
did.
Like if you're a friend, you're a friend. And I don't
Yeah,
understand it. I don't understand it. And I get it, like internet, you don't know till you know, and then you need to kind of
yeah,
back off type of thing. But I don't understand making a big spectacle of it. Like,
yeah.
why? Why?
You're
That's not
right.
grown up behavior. That's weird. It's weirdo behavior, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah,
She
somebody's trying to scam me, right?
who?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I think somebody hacked my friend. So this is my friend from Harlem, right? But I
Yeah,
think somebody hacked her Instagram because they sent me like a stupid little riddle, and they said, everyone's getting this wrong. An ex-policeman lost his house, his car, and his girlfriend. What did he lose first? And I said, his job. Duh. You said an ex-policeman. Like,
right.
you know what I mean? And so she's like, I said, he lost his job first. Wow, you just won the giveaway. Send your PayPal or GPay number, Cash App, or bank to me and receive the $1,000 now. Es que tan loca? They think that I'm like, I just, you know what I mean? Was born yesterday. Like, sure, let me send you my bank information for $1,000 that I'm never gonna
Yeah,
get.
it's some kind of scam or whatever. And I was talking today to somebody, another
Oh,
good
Vixie sent me the clip. She sent me the clip of
oh,
Clint saying that.
look at that.
Yeah, yikes.
Vixie's on the ball. Vixie's so pretty too. She really
She's
is.
beautiful. Okay, wait, you guys want to hear it real quick? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. God, how do I rewind it? Okay, hold on.
Well, like I was in my vehicle, and it was my home at the time, and I wanted to talk to Tracy because I was, horny or whatever, and she, helped me to, and Jen was upset that I did that, but
how did she find out? Did she come out and see, or did you tell her?
well, like she saw that me answering the call from Tracy, and then like I guess a few minutes later she came outside and saw me, because like it was all over me.
In front of her?
Well, like I was in my vehicle, and you know, it was my home at the time, and you know, and I wanted to talk to Tracy because I was, horny or whatever, and
Whoa, buddy.
you know,
That was his true love. I'm sorry, but anybody that watched Love After Lockup and then his behavior afterwards and Jen's behavior, girl, really, girl, like he loved Tracy.
He did.
Step aside. Stop
Yeah.
sleeping with married men. Close your legs to married men. How's that?
Yes, I agree. I agree. Oh my God. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. That's crazy. Thank you for sending me that, Vixie. So, okay. So he said that, but he didn't say, I still didn't understand him.
She said, and I heard it, and apparently, like, so a lot of these are on Siwa's channel that
You
she
guys are
privated
crazy.
because she
Hmm.
doesn't want people to have them. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they all are or not. You know, I have no way of knowing that, but I do know she said that like he was outside in a car and her daughter was inside or something and he was, you know, playing with his
And
thing.
he said she came out and she saw it because it was all over me. So I guess he means when he finished.
Yeah. Yep.
TMI,
Disgusting.
TMI, gross.
Disgusting. The both of them, but
Why
you
do
know,
they overshare? They overshare.
well, and D like had a point. Like you don't go and if Clint is the way that because honestly,
It's a gag.
he's mad, right? Like Jen is way fucking mad that everybody is saying that Clint is autistic, but she's the one who said that he
She said,
is
right, that he
autistic.
had
Yes, like he got a recent diagnosis.
special needs or
Yes,
something.
special needs. And it makes me so fucking angry that I hear that she's still abusing him. Like that's a protected class, bitch.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
and
not gonna play with your ass. They're not.
yeah,
They're not. I'm not
mm,
gonna play with your ass.
no, me either.
Sorry. Nope.
Me either. I think it's gross. And you're right. People with disabilities, addicts are protected classes. So if I wanted to be a bitch, I could like strike channels that addicts shame me. But I'm not about that life. Like, have at it. Keep showing people who you are. I'm not talking about you, not mocking you, shaming you. I want to be move past that. I've
Right.
said I don't want to fight with creators. I don't want to fight with anybody. So you want to keep fighting with yourself, then you keep fighting with yourself. Keep fighting with yourself in my name, that's fine, because eventually people are going to see that we're not fighting back. We're not agitating the situation. We're not fighting with you. You're just using us to continue to fight. And for whatever your reasons are, that's fine. But Vixie says it was outside her townhouse, which is across the street from a school. That's gross. That's disgusting. And they deserve each other. But yes, I did see, I heard, I didn't see, I don't watch Siwa, but I heard that she had the Chicago muscle on, which I think is very interesting.
No.
Yes,
The
yes, she
fuck
did
out of
at
here. She's
another
like, oh, we
panel.
don't want these guys, blah, blah, blah. Well, then why are you platforming a guy? I didn't know that. Oh my
Because if let's say he's a menace, right? I'm gonna say he's a menace, but if I could get that menace on my side, fight for me, go against the people I hate, then ding, 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 win, win, win.
ridiculous.
Fuck out of here with that.
Did you
I just,
see who was on Sailor Moon live last night?
yeah, that's who we're talking
Yeah.
about, Chicago.
Oh,
Hmm.
Chicago Muscles that you're talking about?
She was
I
afraid of
I
someone
don't think
coming
it's
after
speak
her, so she picked a good one last night, in my opinion. Yeah.
how do people speak to him or listen to him? Like his voice, I'm like, oh my God, dude, why are
I
you?
don't know.
It's like he's screaming. Even if you put your, you know, phone to the
Yeah.
lowest, whatever. He's
Yeah.
still screaming. I'm like, I can't. I don't know how people.
I don't know. I just feel like there's enough
I'll be right
drama in every community on
back.
YouTube. Anywhere you go, there's always drama. There's always going to be creators not liking each other, fighting with each other. Gigi, what the hell? That was weird. That was weird. She said, "I'll be right back." And that was like, I dream of Jeannie. Did that happen for anybody else? That was weird. She was like, "I'll be right back." Click, and she just disappeared. It didn't even show her getting up. Okay. I hope that wasn't only for me because that was creepy as hell. That was weird. Sorry, guys. Hey, Joe being Joe. How are you, Sweetie Pie? That was crazy. I swear I was watching the screen and she's like, "I'll be right back." Click, poof. She just disappeared. I'm like, what the hell? Hopefully that was a lag on my side because that was weird. I hope it shows up like that. So you guys, that was really weird. She just JJ, you
Yo,
didn't. I didn't even see you get up and walk away. You said, "I'll be back," and it just clicked to you leaving. Like you just poof.
I was
I'm
gone.
telling you, right, Megs? That was crazy. But how convenient to be diagnosed at this. I'm telling you, Jen does this. These are deflection tactics. Let's not let's not bombard Clint with the stuff that I've said because he can't deal with it because of all the stuff he has
He
going on.
didn't
And
know.
sadly,
He didn't know. Like Dee was telling him things, and he seemed genuinely shocked. And Dee
yes,
was telling him, like, dude, what she is accusing you of, you
it's
could do like
serious.
20 plus years in prison for.
She
However,
does those. Yes.
it was just like, stop talking about my kids. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
nobody talking about
Leave my kids alone. Nobody was talking about her kids at all. I was like, if that's not deflection at its finest for you, like she just didn't want to talk about that. Yeah, there's no excuse for that. Listen, I can't. I just cannot. I don't know. And then this is the thing. This is, see what does this. See what does this, right? I'm an advocate. Oh, I'm Casey Anthony.
I
You're an
can't
idiot.
fucking
That's
stand
what
her.
you are. You're an idiot. So I'm going to put it on subscribers only because you're an idiot. That's what you are. Sorry, guys. Let me just put it on members only real quick.
You ain't got nothing better to do.
No, they really don't have anything better to do. They really, really don't. So let me just put it on members only real quickly. Hi. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that. Did anybody delete them? Jesus, like spamming. Hi, Lainey Lynn. How are you, beautiful girl? Damn, they spammed the chat, bro. Like you're corny. That's what you came in to say. You couldn't even make it at least interesting. I'm Casey Anthony.
I know, right? Like, how weird. What the fuck?
Stupid. No life. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying because idiot came in and distracted me. I don't remember. But I guess it wasn't important.
Well, I mean,
But
you mentioned the Jen Bailey situation. It's kind of like you're opening Pandora's box. Like, that
yeah.
chick is whack, man. Like,
Oh,
she's
I remember what I was saying.
trying to save her life.
Yeah, I was saying that Siwa says that she's an advocate, right? But she allows people that her subscribers feel are
Yeah.
inappropriate to be on panel. People
Yes.
that have said really terrible things to people, women in particular, and she allows them on her panel, even when people in her chat are like, "Please, I'm leaving." I just don't understand that. There's no reason for any of that. Like, in my opinion, again, she could do what she wants on her channel.
How do
And
people
it's
listen to
funny.
her? She's like
I don't know.
insufferable.
I don't know.
I'm always the victim. So and so said this about me. Like, she addresses every single
I
thing
know, Quinn's mom. I know
ever
what you meant.
said about her. and then
Yes.
wants I just want to do my content and people keep bothering me. Bitch, you ain't got no content. You're a fake witch. I don't care what anybody says. You are, that's my opinion, not
Right.
my
Right.
opinion.
Right.
And what the fuck are you getting involved for anyway? Like she's all like did some kind of live about MobTube. Like, why are you even talking about
Why are you putting a target?
oh
Why are
right,
you putting a target on your back? So then you could say, why? That makes no sense. Why involve yourself with these people? I'm not coming for any of them. I'm not going to make a video, like, oh, these assholes need to go. Like, I want nothing to do with it. And if I want nothing to do with it, that means that I shut the hell up and I don't involve myself and I don't
right,
make a video about them, calling them out. Like, you
right.
don't do that. The only way you do that is if you want somebody to come for you. So then you could be like, oh my God, they came for me. Like it's a never ending cycle. Like, shut your ass up. They won't come for you. Then you don't have to cry. Then they won't come for you again. Then you don't have to cry. Like, what the freak?
Right.
Sorry.
And Corn's mom
Yes,
says
baby.
reason was because, or wait, her reason was because everyone in Jules, Mims, and Terry Lynn chat and them three are trying to get MobTube after Muzz and her chat. What? Well, listen, okay, listen. I'm just gonna say this: like, you don't have
Right.
a
We're not in a cult. And no, listen, and not for nothing. I'm not attacking Muzz. Yeah, no,
no
I don't do that.
right.
But Muzz made some comments,
She sure
okay,
did.
about
Sure
some
did.
people in MobTube.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot talk about people and think that you have a cloak of invisibility, guys. You can't. You talk about somebody, you have to be prepared for them to come back at you. That's how it goes. I'm not talking about none of them because I don't know them. I don't want a part in that. That's it. The only one I even like go into the chat of is Code. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
me too.
that's the only one that I go into the chat that I enjoy watching him. I think he's funny. I all of that. So I watch Code. I don't talk shit about any of them. I don't know them. So even when I'm in Code's chat and they're talking about whatever they're talking about, I don't add anything. The only one I've ever said is Johnny Mack because I think that he's a fraud. And I said that he gives
Oh
off
yeah, big
low
time.
energy. That's the only one I've ever made a comment about, and that's because I watched him and I think that what he did was grimy. But I'm not going to talk about any of those other gentlemen. I don't know them. I don't want to get into a fight with anybody on MobTube. So I know because I'm from New York, right? Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. You don't want to fight with people? Shut your ass up. That's it. Like,
Does
I'm
anybody
from New
have a
York. New
way?
York and Chicago is where the mob originated. Like, you shut your ass up. What, JJ?
Does anybody have a way to get code to? I know code came in earlier, but does
Mhm.
somebody have a way to get code to come back in and like lead us in prayer before we leave? Because
I
I
don't
just
know because Lisa Ann's not
know,
here. She's
I
the only one
know
that
he talks to him all the time, and he's just so positive, and
he
I like
really
his
is.
prayers and
He
stuff.
really is.
Yeah,
He really is.
I
Over
wish
here
they would
trying to
away.
figure out if I'm not fully recovering from one illness or is this cold or something, a new thing, getting really stressed out about being sick.
Just say hi.
Sweetie, and
Hi.
I'm so sorry. I know. Okay. Oh my God, my beautiful
See? My
Jules.
Josie.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I love her so much. I love her so much.
I know. I'm still sick, so
She made me so
yeah,
excited.
it's
Oh, you're so beautiful. I'm so happy. She made my night. My beautiful
I'll come
Jules.
on here soon with you guys. I hope you do.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Yeah.
wants to. She's just been sick. She had influenza.
Yeah, my baby. She's gonna get better, and then we're gonna have a fun stream with Jules. Hopefully for my birthday, she can be with us. That'll be fun.
Yeah, for her birthday stream, dude. You gotta come on.
Yes.
Okay.
I would love that. I would love that. So sorry. Sorry, I got excited. I got excited. I saw my Jules. I got excited.
I know.
I'll be on soon. But you guys have a good night.
All right.
Good night, Mama.
Love you, baby. Mwah.
That was confusing. She said Terry Lynn Mims and Jules is
Oh,
threatening her subs.
duh.
No, they're not. And MobTube, and so are their subscribers. Nobody was talking about her or her subscribers. Come on,
No.
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like you involve yourself, right? Because once you say that, oh, they're attacking me. Some people take it as fact, and now that goes around the rumor mill. Oh, well, did you hear that MobTube and these people are threatening, Siwa and her subscribers? And then it's planted. The seeds are planted everywhere. It's just like the dandelions. When the wind blows, the seeds fly everywhere. That's what happens. Once you say it, some people take it as fact. You have to stop saying that. Stop saying that. It's so annoying.
It really is.
Nobody was talking about her. Nobody. She like comes in like, listen, and I'm sorry. Again, I'm gonna get myself canceled, man. It's not even Friday. But it's annoying. It's annoying. Like
We're gonna
saying,
get canceled a couple days in advance.
okay, because let me tell you guys may not know, whoever's not content creators, whatever money we make in December, okay, goes towards January.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever we made in November, we will get paid in December,
December.
right?
Yep.
So I heard the CEO was like, oh, they're messing with my money for Christmas. What? This money's not even gonna be good for Christmas. ¿De qué ella está hablando? This is the thing. Like, stop beating your subscribers over the head because then they feel bad. Oh, Christmas, she has no money. Whatever we make now, we don't get for Christmas anyway. So Christmas is going to be over. So if you don't do that good this month, sorry, but that's how it goes. No, we're not entitled to our subscribers paying our bills like puñeta. Like, I don't, and I'm the grifter, but this is Cindy's the grifter,
You're like,
right?
I'm the grifter extraordinaire, but this is some bullshit.
Yes, this is some bullshit. They always saying Cindy's a grifter. Cindy don't expect YouTube to pay my rent. Like
Ah,
no shade to anybody else. I'm saying that. That's just me. Like for real, whatever I get is a blessing. It's a blessing. It's extra. It's gravy on top of my mashed potatoes. It's not the mashed potatoes itself though. Seriously. Y'all expect YouTube to be your mashed potatoes to provide the fucking meat and potatoes of your meal. No, it's supposed to be the gravy.
some of these
Bro, get it
people,
together.
some of
Get it
them,
together.
you can't
Jesus.
even, and I've said it many times, like we don't know who we're dealing with. It could be people that are dealing with, severe mental illness. It could be substance abuse. It could
I
be
know.
whatever, it doesn't, it could be
Yeah,
anything. And I'm getting a text message. Jules says she's
I
going to be
see.
green for your birthday.
Yay!
Yep. Said I'll definitely be there for Cindy's birthday stream.
That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Yay, 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 yay. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I know. Sorry.
Woo, woo, woo.
If I could have clicked my heels, I would have.
No.
I got so excited. Sorry, I got so excited. Yeah, I want no parts of that. I want no parts. I don't want to fight with new people. Like I said, I don't even
Mm-mm.
want to fight with Siwa, but it gets to be too much. Like you get to see the bull schnizzle for what it is. Like it's enough. Ya, ya, deja la mierda ya. You know the wah, wah, wah. Like cut it out. Cut it out. Like stop it.
Right. Okay,
Stop it.
Yaya, message me anytime. Go ahead,
Thank
DM.
you, Yaya. Have a good night. That picture, I'm telling you, that is hilarious. Love it.
She
But
got
it's
some
true.
pictures, girl. You gotta see Twitter. Like
I know
Yaya,
I don't got Twitter,
she,
so I can't. But
she don't hold back. Like she's saying it how it is, and as
oh my God,
harsh as
BB.
it can be, she's not lying.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. And I appreciate her on IG. Just I appreciate her because that's where I got to see a lot of stuff that I didn't know about because I don't
Right,
watch these people. And I
right.
was like, what the actual F? Like, oh no. So it's thanks to Yaya that I get to see a lot of it. And I appreciate the way she's coming at it. I just appreciate her.
And other people that don't like it, that she's in the chat, be mad.
Oh wow, what the freak? I'm not
Be
supposed to
mad.
let Yaya in for what? We had an issue, but Yaya didn't know us on a personal level. It
I
wasn't like she was a friend who betrayed us. So when we made amends, it's fine. We can move on. We miss judged each other. That's it. But we've
Right.
moved on from it. It's
She
different when you were
understands now.
friends with somebody.
She
You know?
understands, and has apologized for, she understands where we were coming from now. And it's
Yeah.
hard to see unless you're in the midst of it.
Oh no.
And it's
Yes. Yeah.
frustrating as hell when you have ethics that other people don't have, because you want to be able to just show and, lay out step by step of what happened. But
You
sometimes,
just want to let it go. Yeah. You don't want
yeah,
to drag people.
sometimes it's easier to just be the bad guy. It's like, all
Yeah.
right, blame me for every, I don't give a
To
fuck.
let people think that it's the way it is when you can really destroy that whole lie. But
Yeah,
there's too many casualties and we don't want to just run everybody over with the bus just to get our point across or to prove our innocence. Like it's not that serious anymore. But look what Bibi said. I was cash apping her, but the last time she was sick, I did. And then on the same live, she bought a concert ticket for $400 and
yep.
then put her on the thumbnail.
Oh my God.
And that's the thing, guys. Listen
Are
to
you
me.
kidding me?
Listen to me. When if it's helping people, being generous, that I don't tell people what to do with their money, right? But pay attention to the patterns of behavior, right? People that don't have gratitude, people that feel entitled, people that are always complaining about what other people get, paying attention to other people's super chats, other people's stuff. That's not normal behavior. You mind yours. You know what I mean? You're not
Right.
entitled to super chats. People that complain, oh my God, I haven't been getting any super chats. That you didn't sign a contract with YouTube that super chats were included. That is a freaking privilege. That is a privilege. That is generosity of people. Getting cash apps, all of that. That is generosity. That's not a given. Now, if people keep being generous to you and you keep getting help for things, but you don't improve your situation and you expect every time for people to continue to do this for you, that is a problem. And that is, I think, where people need to realize there's a difference between showing support and being generous and then just allowing people to expect things from you.
It's enabling. Honestly,
Yes.
it's enabling.
Yes.
It's enabling people to not get off their ass and get a real job. It's
Yes.
enabling people to just,
Thank you.
complain about everybody because it can't possibly be their fault why they're in situations that they're
Yeah.
in. It's unbelievable, really, to listen to or hear about. I
Thank
just
you. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. And they need to stop coming because she's saying, she's putting it out there that people are attacking her subs. Why is any other subs any different or any less important? You know what I mean? Like, keep that across the board. Don't attack subscribers because she comes for subscribers. She puts them in the thumbnail. She's shouting out, flipping on. Look what she did to JFid. All
yeah.
these people, your subscribers are just as important as any other subscribers. And people that were your subscribers, were your members, they're not any less important because they chose not to support you anymore because of your behavior. I lost subscribers because I did something that they didn't agree with. And because they no longer support me, I'm going to single them out and be like, oh, you were once a subscriber. Look, I'm putting you on blast because you no longer support me. No, I've never done that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's entitled. That's Karenina behavior.
Can you drop the links in case code like comes in? Because
Okay.
Stephen Crisco, she's saying if it's on subscriber only, you may not be able to get in. I really love his prayers. I don't know.
Yeah, I put it for subscribers for 5 minutes.
People might be mad at that, but I really,
I like Code and listen to me. He's never been anything but respectful.
yeah,
Um,
I don't get it. Like the
and I
dude
don't care
said,
about his sexting. I don't care. That's between two grown adults. That's not my business. He can do what he wants. I think that he's a nice guy. We're all flawed. We're all imperfect. So until I see something that I don't agree with, then that's fine. You know what I mean? But to me, he's a good guy. He's a decent guy. And that's all that matters, you know.
Oh no. Like, I mean,
I know
everybody
you're right.
always says they don't want, like, they don't want to be judged based upon their past, like 20 years ago or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
But why are we able to do it for some and not others?
exactly.
Why do we give grace to some people, but other people we just want to condemn and
Yep.
constantly condemn? And how do they do better if you constantly want to, pound them into the ground? I don't,
Right. Or if you want to write them off, that's
yeah,
going to discourage anybody from wanting to do better. Then people are just going to be like, F it, I might as well be the monster that you guys continue to want me to be.
yep,
You know what I mean? People make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Some of them are more known because, like, I'm a content creator. My life, a lot more of my life is out there, where a subscriber that hasn't shown their face or hasn't used their name, they have the privilege of more anonymity than I do, but it doesn't mean that I deserve any less respect or privacy than they do. You know what I mean? I don't have to put everything out of my life because people think I should. I deserve the expectation of privacy too, and there's certain parts of my life that I won't talk about. Like, and that's just that. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I think that you're entitled to that, and you should not have to divulge anything, honestly. And that's what Dee was saying yesterday.
I'm sorry, BB. I would like Kevin to read me a bedtime story.
Kevin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kevin kind of got a nice body. He does.
Yeah,
He's
he
not too
does.
bad looking. He ain't too bad
He
looking.
does. He's not a bad looking guy.
Oh,
Okay,
Lisa Ann is
okay.
messaging me. Yay.
Who? Lisa Ann? Oh, okay.
Lisa Ann's close to code. And you know, I do. I like anybody, and I don't look at him as some person that I don't know. I don't define people by their past, you know. Look,
Right.
Cindy, one of my best friends, I don't define her. I don't care.
Right.
I don't. I know her now, and that's all that matters. We
Yeah.
can't, constantly judge people based upon what they did, 20
No.
years ago. That's
You'll
crazy.
miss out on great people if you do that.
Mhm.
Stormy's so funny with her little paws. She loves to get my attention with her paws. She's so smart. I swear.
Stormy's like, bitch, pay attention. Pay attention.
She's so cute.
I
She's
know.
so.
It's like Sebastian. He don't leave me alone unless he's
I'm
sleeping.
rubbing her paw right now. Oh, there's an update. I put an update on my in my shorts. Santa's back where he belongs. Did you guys see that? Santa's back on the balcony. He went back home. She found her Santa and she put him right back on the balcony. He tried
Oh,
to
what?
be.
Where? What? Santa.
There was stop it, a float, a big giant Santa float. Okay, Mama, on the balcony. Good night, Corn's mom. And it flew
Night.
off. The other night it was windy and it flew off, and I did a short about it. I showed Santa on the floor by the garage, and I was like, oh my God, the neighbor, and then her Santa's back on the balcony. So I did an update and I said, Santa's back. So because that thing flew off the balcony. I tried to record it when he was flying off the balcony, but I caught him when he already had fallen. Hey, sassy nerd girl. Yes, Steven said, yay, Christmas is saved. I was like, Santa was gone. Okay,
He's
mama.
so
Okay.
crazy. I tell you, I thought the anti-KJs, I mean, the anti-KJs are like, they look to destroy your entire soul.
Yes.
I think the 90-day community looks to just out anything they can about you.
Yes. Oh
Embarrass
my
you.
God, that's
More of an
true.
embarrassing
They're
thing.
gonna embarrass you.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
But the anti KJs, they want to seek and destroy. They want you off the platform. Once
Yup.
you're a target, it's like you have to leave the whole platform. But
Mhm.
90-day, they want to humiliate you. They want to
Yeah.
humiliate your ass.
Yeah. And it's shocking because there are no communities that I've seen, even in like the Mamiana sector, they all, I mean, they're ruthless. They are ruthless.
Stormy. Okay, mama. Okay. Sorry.
Stormy's like, I had enough, lady.
She knows. It's that she knows. She knows I'm live. Like she's so smart. Anyway, sorry. No, but you're right because that community with Molly Golightly and that Michelle,
Oh, that's bad. That
they're
was
bad too. They're
bad.
bad too. Like it's and that's what I'm saying. People fall out everywhere. It's what happens because in that community too, people fall out. Mods go. It's just what happens. And because we're on YouTube, everything is in front of the public. So
Yeah.
like if I have mods here and then I get into one of my mods, they go make a channel. Now they're gonna talk about selfie when I was a mod for her. Thank God I've never had that happen. Thank God. I'm insignificant. I'm not like a big YouTuber,
Right.
so I've never had that really
Well,
happen.
though, Cindy, for us being so insignificant, there are a lot of people that seem to be bothered by anything we say. And
True.
to that, I'm like,
True.
okay, girl,
True.
okay, keep
Sheesh.
watching. Thanks for the view, bitch.
I'm telling you, right? It's for people that are nothing and no one. Why do you have to say something about us every freaking time?
Every time. And then if on the 100th time happen to say something back, it's like,
We love
oh
you,
my
BB.
God, did you hear what they said? Like
I
it's
know.
sorry.
God forbid we clap back. It's like, but that's why I don't even bother anymore. It's like, meh,
Man,
meh, meh. And it's funny when you see they're subscribed to you, it's like, the hell. But anyway, it's all right. But BB from VA, we love you here and you're always welcome here, mama. I was really upset when Kirsten left here, and when I see her in the chat, I can't talk. I feel awkward because I really liked her. And I just don't like the way she went about it. It wasn't even, well, no, it was even. The lies about us, and then to go to people that hate us and try to get them to do videos on us. Why? Why? We didn't even know there was an issue until, Grace Case and Miss Cassandra were angry. We
we
didn't
didn't
even
know.
we didn't even know
We
that
didn't.
this was going on. And then to go into other chats and just be like, to go to people that hate us, that have been coming at us for eons, and try to tell them that we did all these terrible things to you and we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. I would love to see the proof of any vile things we've done, and we didn't do anything to her. And she immediately blocked us. So I don't see her in chat, but I see people saying hi to her, and it hurts me because it's like oh well, and she's, let me chill. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. But it's just crazy. You're every chat we go in, you're there, but you blocked us, never gave us an explanation, not even an apology. That you said
That happened,
you only hung around me because of JJ. I didn't force you. You weren't forced to be my mod, to pretend to be our friend. Then to try to say the things that were said about BB, let BB take all this blame. BB loves honey tea. And then you're gonna say the same thing about JJ, the same thing you said about Grace Case. Like there was no need for that. It's messed up, and I just can't, man. I just can't.
Lisa Ann, no, I mean, is
Yeah,
everything
that's
okay? I
gross, Welsh. That's gross.
typically
Sorry.
will say yes, but there's nothing I can do about it now. But I lost a very good friend, and
It's okay, Code. I mean, Code. It's okay, Lisa. And I know that he's probably with his family, but
yeah, he takes care of his family.
his family and stuff, we understand. JJ's I just really am so grateful that you guys were here and that JJ was able to come and talk about it
Yes, thank
and
you.
get it out and hopefully help somebody else, because at this moment in time JJ really desperately wants to figure out a way to help others.
Yeah, I do. I don't
Um,
want this to happen to any more people.
yeah,
You know, my husband even said, whatever you want to do, whatever we can do to help. But I don't know what that is. I don't, because a person has to want to.
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And it makes me so sad.
Mm.
Like this thing, how could it be more powerful than your own flesh and blood, your kids? But it obviously is.
Yes, you're right. And I don't know. I've never listen. I don't know. I'm just Molly Golightly is a whole mess. Yeah, I remember her from when she was disrespectful to the Watts family.
It's whacked out of her mind. There's a lot of people that
The
say
things
that
she said
even
about Shanann
somebody,
Watts,
somebody
I
who's
never
very
forgotten that.
good friends with her,
Yeah,
Alicia Clare, has said that she's on something. And the reality is, that's what it looks like. It looks like that for sure. It does.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And YouTube has been acting up. A lot of people haven't been getting
Oh, yeah,
notifications.
right. No, nobody gets notifications anymore.
I
Nobody.
know. And I don't tell people to unsub and resub because if you're a member, it might, mess up your stuff.
Right.
So, because that's what, people used to be like, just unsubscribe and resubscribe, but that messes up if you're members. You don't want to do that.
No.
Um, I just hope that they fix it. Maybe turn off the notification bell and then turn it back on. Maybe that might help. I don't know. And yeah, yeah, I don't know. You got a new phone? She said that was an accident. It happens, Mama. Trust me, it happens. I stopped watching Amber when she joined up with Molly Golightly. I can't take that one. She is a big mouth. But Amber's not cool with her anymore. Amber's not. Molly was coming at Amber really, really
Yeah,
hard.
Molly doesn't stay friends with people very
She
long.
doesn't.
She
She
turns on
doesn't.
everybody. She's just, I don't
She
think
came
she's
at
ever
Amber, and I was
got
like,
along.
damn.
And I
Yeah,
think
see,
people
she's
just
done with her.
watch
Yeah,
her to see like the train wreck, basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We just really yeah, YouTube is acting up. You're right. Maybe it is updating. Maybe it's because it's before January. I don't know. But even my members only people haven't been getting the notifications. So we just try to keep reminding people that every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern time we have our members only because I just like it because it's a smaller setting. It's
Me
even though, like I said,
too.
anybody can record it and but we can't see it all over YouTube. That's the difference. We can't see it all over YouTube. So
No,
at least my subscribers will know that their comments won't be plastered all over YouTube and stuff. So that helps me. I stand by anything I say. I wouldn't say it. You know what I mean? Even in a members only, because I know that's not like locked down. It's not a vault. I know people are in there that are still like, and I don't care, but I want it for my subscribers, my members, that they have a place where they can talk freely and feel more comfortable. You know. Good night, Wanda. I love you, Mama. I
good
have to
night.
check my messages, guys. I know I've been getting DMs on IG. I will explain in a members only live on Monday why I haven't really been checking my IG. I don't want to say it here publicly again, but I will let you guys all know in the members only on Monday why I haven't really been on IG and what's going on with that. But so Monday I will, you know. Yeah, Code was here earlier. Code
Yeah,
was
he
here.
was. He
But
was.
it's okay. We're
Yeah,
about to end anyway. It's been
all
two
right.
hours. I just wanted to say I thank you again for everybody for being here. I'm glad that JJ was able to share a little bit because she was in a bad way, and I know she's still grieving. She's gonna be grieving. She's gonna be hurting. And I appreciate you, Manita, for being vulnerable with us. I'm telling you that you have helped so many people, not even knowing how many people you've helped. That's what it's about. It's about letting people know, letting them see what happens to people like you, the families that are left behind when addiction touches families and loved ones, and so I appreciate you having
Yeah.
the courage to share that,
This
especially
one
it
hit
just
home, you know.
happened.
This one hit home, and we talk about it on your channel often, but
Yeah,
don't you don't know until you feel it, and the loss, it just doesn't, the loss seems to not make sense, you know,
yeah, it
like
doesn't
it
make
doesn't
sense.
make sense. It's like, she didn't have a heart attack, she didn't get in an accident. She didn't. No, it's due to her addiction, and she died from not being able to control that, and it just doesn't make sense. And I know, I guess it doesn't make sense because I'm not an addict, and I
It
just,
doesn't make sense to me either, and I was an addict, so
and and her brother, Mikey, he's as my best friend. Like I said, he's never like no substances at all. So he's having a hard time with it too. The last time he talked to her, he screamed at her and hung up
yeah.
the phone on her because she was going the opposite way, and he thought that tough love would be the best way, but it didn't matter. She was going to
But
do.
it's not his fault. Please, JJ, when you talk to him, please, please, please tell him that she knew he loved him and that he
She
did
did.
everything he could,
She
and
did.
that to please let go of that guilt. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's going to take him time, but as somebody who was an addict, I'm telling you to tell him, please, it wasn't his fault. He has to let it go, um, and not hold on to that guilt. He has no reason to hold on to that guilt. JJ, seriously, please. Okay? Tell him
Yeah,
that. He
I
loved
told
him.
him that. I'm like, it's not your fault. Like you were trying to do the best that you could. You were frustrated and fed
Yeah.
up, and you thought that yelling at her would like kind of shock her into it or something. Like,
Yeah.
kid,
Tough
what are
love.
you
Yes, tough
doing?
love. Yes.
That kind of deal. And to hear him say that was their last conversation. His dad, dying 2 years ago, I thought was bad, but this has hit him way worse.
Of
And I
course.
never imagined it would. But I guess when you lose, your little sister, that's,
Yeah, of course. And then that was all the family he had left, right?
yeah, he has a stepmom that raised the both of them with the dad.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and she's wonderful. I mean, she's absolutely wonderful.
Thank God he has her. Yeah.
Yeah, thank God. But it's
Thank you, Welsh. Yeah, JJ.
gonna bring his sister back. Who
And
knows?
JJ's stubborn, bro. JJ's stubborn. She goes through stuff on her own. And
Yeah.
that's why when she asked me, I'm like, girl, are you crazy? Of course. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like, I'm just so relieved that she's getting it out and that she's sharing it, because I know that if she internalizes this, it can be very, very damaging. So I appreciate you even sharing that with us, JJ, and just know that we're here for you. I'm here. You know, I'm a phone call away. I'm a text away, girl. Like, I'm
I
right
know.
here.
I
Please
know.
reach out to me anytime. Like, don't play with me. That's not a thing. I love you. Not a fair weather friend. Like, let me be there for you the way you've always been there for me. You gotta let somebody be there for you too, JJ. I know you a hard ass, but geez Louise, man. Let people be there for you, girl. You know? You're a strong woman, and I love you. That's all. Don't end. Okay, code is coming. Okay, they said don't end. He's coming in 5 minutes. Okay, so that he could do the prayer, and
Yeah,
then we'll end.
I would like that because his prayers are.
Hi, forensic mystics. Welcome.
Hello.
Also, for anybody who's so, I don't know if people will get to the end of this on the replay. They usually don't. But I'm sorry I didn't finish my makeup look. I just felt like it just wasn't the time. And I was thinking about that when I first knew what JJ was going to speak about. I was like, maybe I shouldn't do makeup, and I should have followed my instinct, and I shouldn't have done the
No,
makeup.
no, don't even think of that. I would have never
I
thought
didn't finish my eyes or anything, but we will
you're
do that
listening to
another
me,
time.
and that's all that matters. That it didn't matter if you were doing your makeup or not. You were listening to me, and
I
typically
know.
I would
I just
never,
hope.
never come on and discuss
Yeah.
anything like this. I
No,
don't
you
do that
don't. You
publicly,
really don't.
you know.
And that's why I wanted to give you my undivided attention. Like, I needed to give you my undivided attention. This is not a little thing. This is not just us talking about a general topic or something that happened 20 years ago. This is fresh. This just happened to you. And there's no way I could be paying attention to other things while you're pouring your heart out and you're hurting and you're grieving. There's no way. That's not a thing. Thank you so much, Welsh. I appreciate that. It's weird. I don't know. Like I'm okay because I don't wear makeup outside, but on camera it's hard to see myself without makeup. I feel like I
Oh,
look.
you too. Look at me. Like I got
You look
nothing.
beautiful though. You look beautiful. Oh, thank you. I know I was gonna do this like smoked out just eyeliner. I wasn't gonna do much anyway. I was just gonna do like the smoked out liner, clean it up, and then but I'll do it. I'll do it because I really had this cool idea just to do the smoked out liner because I did it. I had the look, a similar look in my sorry, in my members only. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do a similar look, but I'll do it. It wasn't the right time. We're not going to talk about her grief. She just lost somebody, and
I'm
makeup is just
sorry.
like,
I'm sorry.
thank
I don't
you. Thank you
like
so much. I appreciate that,
I
friends.
didn't mean to like derail,
Thank you. No, you
So
didn't derail anything, JJ. Don't say that. This is what this is about. This is why I created my channel, JJ. For the important conversations, for the real conversations, not for the stupid drama. We could talk crap any day of the week. It's for these important conversations that may save people's lives, that may see somebody may see it and be having a bad day and feel that they're alone and then realize that they're not alone and that they're not weird if they're struggling with something. You know what I mean? Like they're not foreign, that this is common and people deal with
nobody
things.
better
People have
follow me
struggles.
on this stream and what it's about. Nobody
No,
better.
please don't come at JJ about this. Please be respectful that she's suffering a loss. This is, nothing to come at JJ for real. You know, her hair does look beautiful, right? I love her hair, and that's all her hair. Like when I saw it, I was like, damn, JJ got a lot of hair. It looks really beautiful. It goes all the way around. It
Yep.
goes all the way around.
See?
Look at that. Yeah, that's beautiful. That hairstyle is really, really beautiful. I think it's really amazing.
But I
Cole,
think
where you be at? Yeah, Cole.
it's okay. It's okay.
What?
We can end. I mean, I could do a prayer, and
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
disrespect
just
anybody that
no,
doesn't
I know.
pray, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Stormy. Okay, all right. So
Stormy's
we're
gonna do
gonna
the
end,
prayer.
and we
Stormy got
hopefully. Oh,
something
there
to say.
goes code. Okay, wait. There he goes. Wait. And listen, we mean no disrespect to people that may not believe in prayer.
Right.
This is just um, just to give comfort. Because JJ's going through something, and we believe in prayer. So again, we don't mean to disrespect anybody who may not believe in prayer. This is nothing bad. We're not forcing any beliefs on anybody. Hey, Code, how are you? Thank you for coming.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Mama
Has
Sparling,
this been
how
a
are you?
positive podcast? No talk about the chirping going on? Is this no tea? We're just doing the prayer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
That's
just
cool.
doing a prayer. I lost
Is
somebody.
there anybody that's like something special? Is anybody going through something or
Yeah, JJ just suffered a loss.
oh shit. I this is about a year that my stepson had passed and I lost somebody a couple weeks ago too. Actually in the last four sorry for your loss.
Thank
All right.
you.
Do you want to say a name or just want to leave that out?
Yeah, her name is Maria.
All right, I got you. Okay, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Dear God, Heavenly Father, we come before you in this podcast. These women summons me to come here, Lord, but it's not me that they want to see. They want you to touch the family of Maria, the loss that JJ's feeling right now, and the people in the chat. A lot of people can't understand the prayer and how strong that this is. And when we have loss in our life and our families, we could do one or two things. We can use that to try to understand and get closer to you, or try to, go the other way and to be negative. And, Maria, I'm sure was a great, beautiful person. And obviously JJ's upset. Lord, I ask you to please touch her heart, put your arms around her and make her understand, like to JJ, let JJ give all her stress to you and her family, Maria's family, and let you help and repair that damage. Nobody can replace the loss. It's you just have good memories and feelings that you have to understand that you have that. They're never gone. They will always be inside our heart, Lord. Some people have a hard time. They really suffer. Lord, we're down here on this earth. We're living this. We're not perfect. We're trying. For all the kids out there being abused from young to old, We ask you to watch over them. To any elderly who's being abused, any veteran, inmate, woman, anybody, an animal, anybody who has a heartbeat, Lord, that's going through something, we ask you to comfort them. But right now, this prayer is dedicated to Maria. May she rest in peace. And may her family, seriously, Lord, if you can, this time of the year is the Christmas season. This loss is a bad time. We asked you, please, to just comfort them and put your arms around them. Because, Lord, without you, we're nothing. So I asked you to watch over her. I'm sure she's up there with you, smiling down and thanking JJ right now for summoning for this prayer. And I know she's a beautiful light. And we just ask you to just please keep her next to you and try to help this family the best that you can. Lord, I'm not perfect with prayer. It flows. Whatever comes, it comes. But I love you. And in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I'm sorry. I just go. I just go with what I
No, Code,
feel.
that
And
was
That's good.
beautiful. That was
I'm not
beautiful.
that perfect with it, but I'm sorry
No,
for
it
your
was
loss.
perfect. It was perfect for
Yes,
me.
that was
Thank you so
beautiful.
much.
Thank you. Thank
You
you so
know,
much, Code, for coming. And
anytime,
JJ really wanted
anytime.
you to be here and to end with the prayer. And I am so grateful. Code, we have a lot of respect for you. You're a
I,
man that is
if
honest,
I could,
flawed,
yeah,
and
good.
honest.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm Italian, so we talk a lot. But I have to say, yeah, I have friends. The mob tube genre. There's all men over there. Like there's guys, ex street guys. There's a lot of women are not gonna like a lot of things. I understand all that. But I'm telling you, the guys that I know that I'm with, you know, I don't expect anybody to say, okay, code. But what I will say is nobody will ever be disrespectful. And I'm here. What I said when I first came, I'm here for anybody. I have your back. Obviously the ones we don't get along with, but my
Yeah,
intention, and I feel so bad that this little leprechaun, look how they put me out there. And look, I'm not going to get into that, but it's the negativity. So JJ,
yeah.
best thing at a time like this, surround yourself with positive people because this YouTube thing is vicious and people, they'll make fun and say stuff. So I'm here for you guys. And I apologize. These guys infiltrated your little society thing that you have or this group, but
No, we're
I'll,
good.
I'll never be that. I've always have your back. So thanks
You're
for
welcome. Code, you're
coming
always
over.
welcome here. We don't do
I was
it's
here
not.
earlier doing your makeup in the
Yeah,
mirror.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then I decided it wasn't appropriate with the situation that was going on with JJ, so just didn't do it.
Well, JJ, if I can give you a little piece of advice, I know it's a tough time, but if you think of like a funny moment, like just think of something like a laughter or something stupid, like that you guys shared or whatever, like whatever makes you smile. And I guarantee what's going to happen in time, you're going to hear a song, you're going to have a memory. And you know what? I'm sure your cousin, I know you're going through pain, but I'm sure if she was here with you right now, she'd hug you. She want you to try to smile as the best that you
yeah,
can and know that she loves you and know that you guys still have a connection. Just now it's, this way, from your mind to,
yeah.
but just keep strong as best as you
So
can.
you
I,
think that
I
like
never know what to say.
I
Sorry,
know.
but
That's what I said, right?
you think that you're like as you get older you're gonna lose people, but you think that they're gonna be old.
yeah.
You don't think they're gonna die, you know?
No, let that
Yeah.
shit out. Let it out. Don't hold it back. I hope you
You
got
don't
a
think
good
they're
support
gonna die
system.
at 39, you don't think
39, yeah. You know, and I don't even, my stepson was 26 and I don't want to compare notes, but because you can't. I mean, it's not even I'm just saying, like I was at a funeral of my friend's daughter was 5 years old. She had neuroblastoma cancer. And
Oh my
people
goodness.
blame God right away. It's really not God. It's things
No.
happen in life. And when things
Yeah.
happen in tragedy, it's up to us how we will react. And, I'm just saying, whatever you need, if I can help in any way, just, God bless you and your family and stay strong as you can,
thank you
I
so
think
much.
you have a good support system here. So,
I do. And I'm very, very, very grateful. And thank you for your
yeah,
prayer.
anytime,
Beautiful.
anytime,
Yeah, thank you, Code, for coming and
anytime.
coming
Thanks
back.
for
And
having me. God bless, guys,
anytime.
everybody in the chat, too. Take
Thank
care.
you.
God
Thank you,
bless.
Code.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
So that was amazing. Listen, Linda, cut it out. And on that note, we're gonna end. Hi, Mikey, Chulo.
Hey,
I
Mikey.
JJ, you know I'm here for you. I love you so much. And again, I'm sorry for your loss, for
Thank,
Mike's loss, for everyone in his
thank
family. Just know that I'm here for you. And anybody who is suffering with addiction, any struggles, please reach out if you need help. My emails are always open. My DMs are always open. Selfie Queen Cindy at gmail.com. You can always email me. Any resources I can give you, I'm willing to do that. Even if you just need to vent and need someone to listen, I am always open to doing that. So please don't suffer in silence. Don't suffer by yourselves. Reach out, okay?
Yes.
And we will see you, God willing, on Friday. Um,
Yeah, and thank you. And I'm so sorry that this was not like my
Sorry for what, JJ?
laugh
Don't
at
say
everything,
sorry.
I'd much rather be laughing and
Of
having a
course, but this is what we're supposed to be here for each other. You know what I mean? Like, don't ever say sorry for being vulnerable. I appreciate you being that way. And I love you, JJ. For real, for real. You're my manita from the heart. And thank you for being here, okay? I love you guys and thank you guys for being here. And we love JJ and it's our
thank
girl.
you. Thank
So
you,
I hope you guys
everybody
have a good night.
listening, to her story. I can't appreciate you any more than I do that y'all were so kind and listened to me because I did feel like I needed to get it out a little bit. Like it makes me feel like I want to do something, like I want to help
Yeah,
people that are in this situation, and I'll figure out my way to do that. But for
yeah.
tonight, it was just to be able to share.
Yes, and you'll figure it out, JJ. Trust me, you'll figure out some way. JJ is gonna do something big to help out. She always does.
I will be
JJ comes big.
putting
Thank
something in
you.
action for sure.
Yes,
In her name.
and I agree. I agree. Meeting Code was worth having the mob to
Yes.
infiltrate us. He's a good guy. He is a good guy.
Yep. I don't even bother with the other ones, but
No, me either. But Code is a good person, and he's always welcome around these parts, and we enjoy having him. He's positive energy, and even when he's talking guy stuff, I can relate. Five sons, nine brothers. Like
I
I'm used to
know.
all that. I'm used to that guy talk.
Yeah.
Thank you, JJ. You're incredible. Thank you. That's so sweet
Well,
of you, Welsh. So we love you guys, and we'll be back Friday, God willing. Si Dios quiere, nos vemos el viernes. Guys, I hope you have a great evening, and just be kind to yourselves. And JJ, I'm gonna harass you and make sure you're good, so you ain't even got to worry about it.
good. Oh, good. I'll be fine. I'll be
Okay,
good.
okay. I love you guys, and see you Friday, guys. Te quiero mucho.
See you Friday.
See you
Bye,
Friday. Love
everybody.
you. Bye.